Wow, what a way to start Happy Mother's Day from Tom Hazel.
It wasn't in the no one heard it.
Well, we all heard it, Tom.
No one heard what I said.
Hello, everybody. It's another glorious Sunday, and it's time for a live episode of High Rollers D&D.
Prove it.
Are we live though?
Prove it.
Are we live?
Shoe on
I'm
head.
speaking into your minds right now.
Shoe on head.
No, it's 5 p.m. somewhere, which means it's D&D time. We're joined. I'm Mark Sherlock Humes, your dungeon master. That's me, and I'm joined by my friends. These guys.
Hi.
We've got Rhiannon. We've got Trot. We've got Kim.
Hi.
And on the other side,
We're live. Hi.
we've got Tom and Katie. Woo!
Hi. Hi there.
Hey
Hi.
guys, guess what though?
What?
What?
Today's episode is sponsored. Today's episode of High Rollers is brought to you by our friends at Roll and Play Press and their brand new map library. Now, as I start doing the talking points for this, I would like you all to pick a number between 1 and 50.
52.
69.
1 and 50. All right, hang on. Right, hang on. 13.
13.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, pick a low number, guys. He's counting.
Well, okay. Don't worry about picking numbers. I'm just going to assign you a random map now.
Oh.
So I'm going to assign you a random map, and you can show this off as I am talking about it
Okay.
Pretty
from this
colours.
glorious.
Telling me there's 50 maps in there?
Well, we'll get to it, Thomas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mine's cute.
It is cute.
Hold on to them. Hold on to your butts. Don't show them off just yet.
Okay.
I got number 46. Oh my god.
All right, hold on. Don't show them off yet. Keep it.
Sorry.
Keep them in. Right. Okay. Right. So. The map library is a massive box set collection of not 50 maps, Tom, 100 hand-drawn
What?
battle
Right.
maps.
These are double-sided.
They're double-sided. Each sheet is double-sided. 17 by 22 inches A2 with a 1-inch grid. They fold down to an A4, 18 by 12 inch, to fit in this lovely slipcase, which I'm holding right now. They're durable, reusable, dry erase, and built to last. Loads of classic fancy settings and great locations for your encounters. The inside cover has an index of all the maps in order, and a bonus booklet has thumbnails of each map for easy searching when you need a map quickly. Let's show off. Look at Kate. Let's go to Katie and Tom.
This is Eldritch Outpost, but then look at the other side. Starry.
Space. Very cool.
Hey,
Tom.
I got a big old foresty cliff face
with like
map here.
chasms.
And then a more default like arena kind of.
Very nice. Or like a mountain pass, perhaps. On the other side, bam.
I
Oh.
got a school with what looks like a sports court, and then also fancy big statue courtyard.
Very nice.
Fancy courtyard. Ooh.
Very nice. Trot, what a lovely beach.
I got a beach.
I got a beach.
Beach episode.
Yeah,
real
beach.
dry place.
On the desert, kind of like desert-y mesa. Oh, and a spooky big nest.
I got an Arctic nest, a good location for an owled bear, perhaps, to take a
Ooh,
rest.
or a griffon, perhaps.
And then I got a
little camp.
remote campsite. Look at that,
looks dull, I
lovely
like
glowing
that.
fire.
Lovely.
Cozy.
I'm going to actually show off, if I can. I don't have sound.
I wanna eat it.
But basically, the
Smell
inside
good.
cover.
I do.
These are all the maps listed by different biome types, right?
This was just 1/10 of the collection. that we just
1/10
showed
of
off
it.
here.
These are the
I
maps.
think.
But yes, but also you might be like, but Mark, we don't always play.
Mark,
You're
we
like,
don't always
this is not
play
you guys. This is them at home.
That's them. Oh.
You might be you guys might be thinking, but we don't always play in person. I use like VTTs, physical maps. Well, don't worry, because if you get the physical map library, you get free copies, digital copies of all the maps. So you not only get physical maps, you get digital maps too.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something even better?
What's that,
Even
Mike?
better than that.
Could be better than that.
If you use the special cool link in our chat and video description below and use the code HRMAPS,
Yeah.
you're going to get 10% off the map library from today until the end of April. So you don't, if you're waiting for payday, you can get it by the end of April. And you can get 10% off if you use, that's right, the code HRMAPS for 10% off.
Wow. Also, we love supporting people like Roll and Play Press.
Yes, I was going to say. So that was my last point. Is Roll and Play Press are an incredible UK-based team who have been actual huge supporters followers and fans of High Rollers.
That's true.
Were you at the live show, the Adelphi live show? Well, I'll tell you who was. Roll and Play Press were there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
So they are not just, you wouldn't just be supporting a great company that makes a genuinely great product, by the way. Like, I am 1,000% going to be using these if I run games, whether it's for High Rollers or private games or D&D in a castle or something like that. This is going to be perfect. But also, you'd be supporting people who are also part of the community, I would say. They are members of the community
And
as
also,
well.
all of these maps are hand-drawn.
They are all hand-drawn. No AI bullshit here.
Yeah.
Fuck AI.
Made by humans.
Made by humans.
Yeah.
There's tiny bread on this and it's making me hungry.
Okay, can you pass me my glorious maps back? Because I'm going to put those back in the case. But that is it. Thank you so much to Roll and Play Press for sponsoring this episode. Please do go check out the map library in this beautiful slipcase. You can get it available at rollandplaypress.com. Use the link in the chat and video description. And don't forget, use code HRMAPS for 10% off.
Yeah.
Wow, bam, what a professional I am.
What a pro.
What a pro. And because I'm such a professional, any other things I need to talk about?
Just some nice things. 2 celebrations today. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all you British and United Kingdom's mums out there. Not American. Don't panic, Americans.
Don't panic.
They're paying.
right.
This is British Mother's
However,
Day.
if you're in the UK, panic. It's
Yeah.
Mother's Day
Yeah.
today.
Right now.
You messed up.
Send your mother a text.
Yeah, well, good wishes to all you mothers. Oh dear. Oh dear. I would also like to wish everyone a blessed Eid al-Fitr. It is the end of Ramadan. Well done, you made it!
You made it!
You made it. Well, you've got to wait until sundown, but you're almost there!
You're almost there. So
You're so
close.
close. So,
It's
yeah.
Eid now.
By the time
So you say Eid Mubarak or Eid al-Fitr is the end
Eid
of it.
al-Fitr.
Yeah.
Eid al-Fitr.
Nice.
By
I
the
saw
time
some
this
amazing
episode
costumes
ends, you've done it. Yes.
Oh, that means
Yes. Yeah, it's when
Feast. It'll
sunset.
be dark. It'll
When
be dark
sunset
by then.
happens.
Yeah.
Feasting when sun sets.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Which is also the same day that the clocks changed today, so
Yeah, but they lost an, they lost an hour.
Shoot, yeah, that's true. No,
Wait.
no, the game it's longer because sunset is later
what time
now.
is the sun going down?
So,
Sunset.
sorry.
Sunset is 20 to 8, so by the time you finish watching High Rollers, we'll entertain you until then, and then you'll be done. Well done.
I'm going to get some snacks.
Anything
Dick.
else to mention?
That's it, I think.
No, I think it's time to professionally and seamlessly lead your way into the D&D intro.
Let's run that intro.
It is. Oh, God.
Hello, and welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have entered a proto-magi vault, a demi-planar space once used by the powerful precursor beings that inhabited the material plane before the gods arrived. This vault is called the Prism, and our heroes have entered the Red Wing. Seemingly unable to leave, they have begun to explore the vault after dispatching a broken Guardian construct. Gruffith of Tremorrow, who'd been trapped outside, managed to find a way in, sent his bird companion Seren down to the lower levels to retrieve a coloured rod that seemed to be part of the strange arcane system of this place. But poor Seren was torn apart by dangerous things below. Exploring some of the open chambers, constructs attempted to process the heroes and implant strange magical devices in them. Unfortunately for Gruffith, he held one such device too close to his body, and it latched on and burrowed in. After some trepidation, the party used Featherfall from Rowan to descend into the lower levels, where they fought the creatures that had killed Seren, mutated humanoids, each with a single giant eye. After dispatching these creatures, they found an open cell which was covered in the same engraved symbols they had found at the Galawax lair, as well as disturbing messages scratched into the walls. But now they have located 3 colored rods and have the rest of the facility to explore. And that, my friends, is where we pick up again today. When last we left, you were in this large square chamber covered in the polygonal design that you had seen scratched into the Galawax lair, and indeed covers much of Squire Pascal's exposed skin. The haunting message, that last one, the one that you read, "Me, Frida, I hurt, help," leaving a distinct impression in your minds. But that is where we pick back up. You are in the lowest level of the chamber. I should make it very clear that there is no light, except for whatever magical lights you have on you.
Candle.
You have, enough to see by, but it is very dark down here. There were several open chambers, and also many of these corridors are blocked by like a wall of color, and you don't quite know the system of how that explores, although you have some theories about how that might work. This single main chamber does have this large cylindrical tunnel that leads up, and that tunnel does have a faint glow of green energy and runes to it when you look up. And that is where we continue off. We are going to start by rolling for fate.
Okay.
For our special system, Crucible of Fate. Well, Tom, why don't we kick things off?
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh, it's a
Dice for
lovely
you.
dice for me.
1.
Oh, Katie, thank you very much. A dice for me.
3.
Oh, another dice for me. Happy Mother's Day to me. Mommy's having a good time. Chris Trott.
We'll have some more. 3.
Yay!
No.
5.
Oh,
you're a
Rhiannon.
terrible child.
Boo!
Always 1.
You don't love me.
How dare.
What is it?
2.
It's 2.
A dice for you.
It's a dice for me.
Forward, move that hand forward.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
Thank you. Oh, a lovely
and
stack
one.
of 5
That
to
is a
1.
stack.
Oh, okay.
That's not good time.
Can I spend my fate?
Yeah, on what?
Just whatever.
Try.
Cry.
Sure. No, I'm not going to do it.
Reap a river.
We drown.
As a reminder, the map currently displays the mid-level. It does not currently display the layout of the lower level because this room is basically bare. Although there are remains of
Where?
there is a ripped-off crystalline arm which actually held the yellow rod, which I believe you acquired. And there is clearly some signs of battle that took place here. Like you can see that some sort of fight happened here.
But we
This
also
room.
In sort of the corridor and leading into it and just outside.
Who had which rod?
I think he's got the red one.
I can't remember who
We
picked
have
up.
a red rod and a clear sphere.
Well, you also had the blue rod from the body that you found here on the lower level.
Yeah.
I don't know who has it, but you have it.
I've got the clear sphere and the red rod. Because
Well, you had 2 spheres because you actually found another sphere as well. So you had, I believe, one was a black sphere, but you worked out that you could
Made it
drain
clear,
it. You
yeah.
made it clear, and I believe you made a red sphere using the rod as well.
Yes. Yeah.
You have a red sphere, a clear sphere.
We have the
and a
ability
red
to
rod.
make pretty much every color, except there is a door to the what would be the east, I think.
Which is prism.
Which is
Yeah, I'm
prismatic.
counting north is where you came from on the map.
Yeah.
So yeah, east, southeast.
We don't know how to
all
make
the
a prismatic one yet.
Yeah. If you even can, who knows?
If we can.
So who has the blue rod?
Wait, sorry, Ree, which one did you have?
The red one?
Okay.
The red one? You said you
I think
the
Rowan.
red one.
I thought Rowan had the
Rowan's
red
got
one.
it, so I no longer have it.
If I have it, I'm going to pass a rod to you. We are together right now, so I'm just going to hand rods around.
Take the blue one.
Take the blue one.
I mean,
Because it's blue.
Blue.
as long as somebody is carrying, as long as I know who's got what. So Gruff currently now has the blue rod, and then you also picked up a yellow rod in the arm of this creature, the crystalline arm that was remaining here. There was a yellow rod.
Let's give it to Daisy because it's yellow. And
That makes sense.
Yellow
That makes sense.
Orange.
near you.
Okay.
Rowan last time saw the last message and then turned to Gruff with embedded prism in chest
Yeah.
and was like, Graf, we have a problem.
Oh, I think we've got a lot of problems right now.
No, but specifically, and I'm pointing at your chest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know?
What are you saying? What are you saying, Royo?
They're controlled, that they lose their minds.
Are you? I mean, the Galawak made you start saying some things. Are you hearing those thoughts again?
Am I hearing thoughts again?
No.
I don't.
You remember that it tried to command you to do something and you mentally resisted it.
There was a
felt
moment
voice.
upstairs where it tried to make me do something, but I managed to fight it off. I mean, I do hear this low-level buzzing in my ears, but I've heard that for a couple of years now, so I don't think that's anything to do with this.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
I mean, we need to solve that when we get out of here. But
looking at the
different issue.
messages, it starts off quite coherent, and then slowly the control, they lose their sanity, Gruff. We need to get that out. Straight
But
away.
we also don't know how long that was here, because that seemed like it was a really, 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 really long time ago.
And they couldn't take it out, despite being there that long. So we need to find a way.
I have all the faith in Altheya that we will figure this out.
Well, that,
That someone does, because I'm really freaking out right now, Gruff. I love you, but I'm freaking out. I'm also really tired, Gruff.
I am-
really
I
lost track.
think
Yes.
we're all quite... come here, Daisy. And then come here.
The messages from Frida, did it say it was embedded in the head? What was it? The message said?
It says,
Voices.
my
You can
name
hear
is Frida,
voices
they
in
did this to me, I'm not a monster, please help me. This is the layout to this place, I don't know which door they put me in. Thing in head, hear voices, must obey. Me, Frida, I hurt. Help.
Cute.
Cute, yeah.
So thing in head.
there, they hear things.
Right. Okay.
And as a reminder as well, like Gruff found this psi amp, I think that the construct referred to it as, and they were working on them. They were like making them, and he held it up and like held it near his chest, and it like went in. It might be that like, but that you remember that they were trying to get Ophelia to like lay down on like this slab, and were going to do something to her. So maybe that would have implanted it more in her head or cranium. You're not sure.
I reckon it... I mean, not to be too morbid, but judging by some of the creatures we found so far, points over his shoulder to the last room of freaks, maybe this Frida was experimented on, so maybe I'm okay for now.
Okay. I mean, do you want me to take a look at it anyway, just to see if there's a way to?
If you want to have a look.
Can I make like a Arcana check / fireball check?
You can make an
Why
argument
is
there.
your hand glowing red? Why are you muttering?
always does that.
Why are runes of hearing?
Crowns do you
You can make an Arcana check, sure.
Why is it really hot in here?
Can't blame that
doing
for
that.
everything.
I'm going to go investigate
Santius?
the bodies.
Oh, Rowan, you're going to go back into the main room?
Arcana.
Yeah.
He said that in a way.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's been doing this the whole...
I'm investigating the
Yeah.
body to
Do
see
you move
where-
up? Do you move up to the nearest body?
Yes. Very close.
Yep.
Breathe it in.
Within melee range.
Yep.
And-
Oh, good. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, that's all right. And I'm going to see where their prism is on their bodies.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
That's the prism.
Get that phone off.
That's the side chip beeping.
Yeah.
What do we get on the Arcana check while Trot rolls?
Sorry, Gruff. There's just too much fur here. I just can't
I'm
get to
sorry.
it anymore. It's gotten in real deep. I
gonna
rolled a
change.
6.
This thing is.
Where is it? It's gone.
Well, you do have the gold sight eyes, and you've examined the big priz thing that you got from the Galawak, right?
Gold
Like-
sight
Priz.
only gives me advantage on
Big Priz.
investigation.
Yeah, but it still gives you like you can detect magic and stuff with it.
Yeah.
I'd say that with this, all you can tell is that this is very similar, if not a sort of smaller, identical version of the thing that was out in the Galawak, the larger prism. There is some element here of communication, of translation, but also this is not a type of magic that you are familiar with. This is not
okay.
arcane, divine, or primal magic.
Okay. Cool. So don't hold this near anyone's chest. This will kill you. Kill you dead.
Where?
But it won't.
Don't
My
put it away.
chest. Yeah.
You quite possibly the worst person to have this.
Well, no, it might be the best because he's already got a thing in his chest.
Maybe
so
it
how
was
do you
Yeah, he's got a thing in his chest that enhances magic.
I don't have anything latched to my chest. Just saying.
Just up to your forehead.
Ooh, can I have five?
It's big enough that it would be most of his face.
Yeah, it would be his face.
What do we get on the medicine check, Rowan?
15.
15. You spend a bit of time. This creature, like, it's in the shadows when you were fighting them in that panicked fight. Like, these things were like these monstrous creatures, like claws and mouths with like fang teeth. Like, now that you have this closer look, you can see that they're wearing like very tattered, ragged, like once travelers' clothing. Like, these were people. And it's very obvious now. Like, you can see the remnants of their clothing. Their muscles have been stretched and hardened in places. Their giant eye looks like it's been taken from something else and then surgically, like, their fate, it's been put back in there.
Like a beholder.
I mean, yeah, maybe. And you examine and yeah, like they're sort of malnourished, but there's something that was keeping them going. Like, even though you can't see any sign of like them eating or food or anything around here, you eventually find behind the ear. And the ears are like twisted and deformed. Some are like pointed like elves, some are more rounded like humans and things like that. But you find one of a very similar sized one to the one that Gruff has, like embedded just behind the ear, directly into the skull. Each of them had one.
Roman says, "Damn goals! I want to be just like that." No, I don't.
Well, I'm sure they can sort you out.
Very, very weird statement. Chris Trott's very tired, by the way, everybody.
He really wants to keep his peeper peeled.
Yeah, this is the ultimate, because there's no eyelid as well. You realise, like,
How is it moist then?
How do
it's
they
not.
unpeel
It's
it?
like
It's
dry.
right. That's the worst part.
Yeah. These creatures
so much
could
sleep in
not
there.
close this eye.
These
They
monsters.
were forced to be
didn't give them an
aware of
eyelid.
all time.
I am blinking
like
so much more right now.
Super bloodshot.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's bloodshot, but it's like yellow bloodshot. It's like rather than red lines, it's like all yellowy and stuff around the outside.
Yeah.
It is very unpleasant.
Yeah, Roman was just using his foot to kind of like
Nudge
move
it.
the head to the point where I could see the prism. Oh wow. I'll head back to the group
Sure.
and inform you all. Well, these ones had prism embedded on their back of their ear. But I'm just saying, if it's just on you, it could be a problem.
Well, what was the voice you heard? What did it tell you to do?
It was the boyo in the thing, in the big thing.
Oh,
Vermilion Orcs.
Big Priz.
Big Priz.
Big prism.
Prism.
the big frizz, yeah,
right.
frizz thing, yeah, the big
Sorry,
frizz.
you youngsters with your...
Slang.
I feel like that's what we should make.
I'm crashing out, guys, I'll be honest.
Chat. So cooked.
Just every day
Vault.
there's a new
Am I
word
cooked?
you have to learn.
How come Vault My Cooked is okay, but when I say Skibbity My Sigma,
That's
Because it's not okay. None of it's okay.
Okay.
Right. So bring it back onto point. Yeah. So it was the same voice you heard when you held the prism,
Yeah, it was the same big boyo voice in your shiny thing.
okay,
and it told you. I believe it said to head to stasis or some such.
It said that I had to kill you. It said that I had to head to stasis.
did you feel any particular pull in a particular direction? Do we know where stasis is?
You wouldn't have. You probably, if you had failed the save, you would have then received instructions. But because you resisted it, you think that it's upstairs, like on that level that you were, very close to the room where the processing was happening. But you're not sure.
I've no idea. I think because I was able to resist the voice,
Okay,
nothing really happened.
well, let us know the moment you hear any more voices, and we'll try and snap you out of it.
Okay. I'll...
Yeah.
Why are you raising your fist? Why is it really hot in here?
I don't know.
Oh, my
just
fur is
weird.
singeing.
It's strange, huh? Revenge for old Zan.
We've had enough of this. No more of this hitting each other, Malarkey.
Yeah, I don't want to do more hitting.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Same.
Can Ophelia move into the room a little bit more?
The Frida
This room?
room.
Yeah, in the Frida room.
The Frida fun room.
I think she just wants to look at like the scratch marks, see like if there's any indication of age to them, or like how long they've been here, like if there's any dust that have been like gathered in the.
Give me a perception check. This is gonna be quite hard though.
Archaeology check.
Archaeology. 6.
It's more to like physically see. You don't see. I'll let you decide how you interpret it. There is no dust.
No dust.
There's no fingernails. There's no sign of a thing being here. It is impossible to tell how old these scratchings are. All you can determine is that this was, my name is Frida, they did this to me, I'm not a monster, please help me. This is the layout of this place, I don't know which door we put me in. That is the origin of that symbol. Like, that's the first time it was scratched, and then it's spread and spiraled out from there.
How high does all these scratchings go?
That's a great question. The first one, with that first symbol, it all starts about, like, medium height creature, like a person, like a human would put it, right? You know, at eye level. The last two are higher up, as in a larger creature.
Are we talking Galawak high?
I will leave that interpretation to you.
Is the Galawak called Frida?
Yeah, was. We took its eyes.
Can Ophelia like she has the head of the
Yeah, I was going to say, Ophelia has the head of the Galawak.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't take its head.
like
One of its eyes is burst.
Does it look
can
human?
I like look at like a tooth, see if there's like a scratching that
Give me a
matches.
medicine check.
Oh, here we go!
3.
Can I?
You open the mouth. I'm going to spend a fate
I'm sorry,
point.
Frida. I think you're are you Frida? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Can you give me a constitution save, please, Ophelia?
Oh, no.
As you open the mouth,
11.
11, the flesh of the Galawak sloughs off in your It's like putrefied. You
I wonder what is coming off his finger.
you feel nauseated, and whenever the next roll you make is going to be at disadvantage because
Why did
your
you bring
stomach
that?
has turned.
Ophelia, it might be best to leave that here.
Please
Like
leave it.
you feel sickened, but I will say that with this, what you do notice. So, can you be poisoned? Are you immune to poison? I don't think
I'm
you
not
are.
immune to
Right?
poison. I've got
So
no
you basically have the poison condition for like a certain amount of time, and then it will go away as you feel sick. But as it does, like it's now like just like kind of the jaw, and as that flesh is peeled away, you see this thing didn't have fangs. It has perfect human teeth.
It's Frida! The human teeth!
There's something wrong with you.
How you feeling, Mike? How's your day-to-day
Great.
going?
Feels fine.
Well, just to really bring it home, can I just ask the prism, what was the name of this subject? And I'm pointing at the Galawak head.
The voice as you hold the prism, you point at the head.
Yes.
Okay.
Or I point at the prism.
Yeah. It will. There is a moment of silence, and it would say, "You are experiment XO00112."
And what was my original name?
There is no response.
Okay.
Doesn't care
XO001.
about
Okay.
names.
Guys, the head has human teeth.
Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down.
Like, Ophelia's hands are covered in like this grey, yellowing swamp.
Ophelia, we need
stand
to
behind
let's
Rob.
leave this room and leave that behind.
I'm gonna...
You can stay here. But is it right to leave it here? Because it feels kind of.
I don't understand why you've got it out.
Ophelia, it's falling up to
It
pieces.
was a monster as a trophy, but now it feels wrong to leave it in the place where it was experimented on. It should be buried. It should be respected. It should be given a proper funeral. Something.
I just don't think we should take the heads of things ever.
It doesn't feel right leaving it here. I feel bad.
Okay, but where are you going to put it? Because it's gross now.
There's a lot more of it to...
So I believe it was just hanging off your belt,
Yeah.
like for a
The
while.
side of your leg is really...
Oh no, my robes!
Oh, don't rub them with your hand.
Percival, we need some.
Rubbing it in.
Upstairs.
Percy.
Oh, he's upstairs. Okay, let's get you.
Gruff will start using elementalism to summon some
Like
water.
wash
and,
it away.
Wash it.
Wait. The Galawak was Frida.
Yes, Ron, yes, it's a really sad tale. But the Galawak, Frida, was cognizant enough to escape this place somehow. And,
What do you mean escape this place?
well, I mean...
That's Frida right now, pointing at the Gallic.
Well, yes, I mean, yes, not as Frida, sure, but they clearly fought their way out of here
Oh.
and found some way out of
yes.
this place. So there is a way out. I won't be able to ask that. There's no way it will tell me. But
You might if you say, how did experiment...
how did this experiment 00112, XO00112, was that the one? Shit. How did that...
How did this experiment leave?
How did I leave? There's no way. Because it thinks I'm the Galawak.
Yeah, there'd be no response.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing I will say, as Xanthius, you've interacted with this thing a few times now, and Gruff has had this voice in their head. I do want to clarify. You don't think that this is a creature that's responding to you. You don't think this is Oxenine, like the Vermilion Oxenine. You think that this is like a sentience within the place.
I'm under the impression
kind of
that
like
it's
an
just
AI-ish kind
yeah,
of. It's like a spirit of the building.
The vault itself is communicating
Yes,
with us.
yeah.
Is
Big
my
crit.
impression.
One of my favourite comments on the YouTube video last week was the biggest bit of immersion in this was believing that Alexa/Jarvish could understand a Welsh accent.
Yeah.
That's true.
Again, like this, you don't get the sense. Remember, this voice is in like it's not like speaking into your head, like it is projecting just direct thought into you. So yeah, it's not based on physical speech. You don't think?
Also, my accent's not that good.
But nice, yeah. You guys are covered in Frida juice.
Frida juice.
The only other thing is this is clearly a holding cell, and we have the key to lock the door. We could, provided there's not more of these keystones to open these doors, lock it from the inside, and we might have a decent place to get some rest.
But I feel I put the Galawak head here.
Maybe slide that out the door.
I don't know what to do. I feel like we need to do something right.
I think that it would very much like for Ophelia especially like dead rites would probably be a big thing, right? Like funerary rites. Like it would now that this isn't just like a monster that you've slain. I think like just leaving it behind would seem pretty insulting to your faith.
Well, what if? Oh God! All right. What if I use my magic to wash it and maybe slough off a bit more of the.
Are you sure?
And then at least we can transport it in a hygienic manner.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. Please.
And Rowan, what about those creatures out there? Were they human?
They were all people.
Okay.
Elf ears, human ears, teethy tooth.
I'm assuming Gruff starts like washing.
I will put Frida on the ground.
It is disgusting. And the smell is extremely unpleasant. The smell.
Wondering what that was.
Yeah, just sloughs away, leaving a skull that is horrifyingly human, but you can see that like it has been like the skull has been fractured and broken and then resealed with a different colored bone to elongate and stretch it out and make it bigger. The eye sockets where it had these huge disgusting bulbous eyes have been like cracked in like tiny fractures and filled in, cracked to expand it out.
You don't have to say any of
Yeah,
that.
what if it wasn't?
You're
What if
not
it wasn't?
Have to say that, did you?
What if it wasn't though?
You know, like it's like when making a Warhammer character and you do like a modification to it and you get the green stuff to fill it all in. It's like
man.
Yes.
Kim is loving this. Gruff isn't.
Yeah.
Kim, loving it.
This is great.
It's fun to ask myself sometimes, like, what? But how did this happen? And then I'm like,
Hey,
oh, that'd be interesting.
Don't get me wrong.
How did
I love the
this
detail.
Years of trauma.
What's wrong with you? Who hurt you?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
But yes, but it takes some time. Like, gives you time to do other examinations and stuff like that if you want to.
You absolutely.
Do we need to do anything?
Yeah, you don't. You can do whatever you want.
I feel like we've kind of
Hang on, let him cook.
I feel like we've got every description of Frida that.
Yeah, I think we're freed it out.
We're freed it out.
Yeah. We're so up and personal in there.
We could rest.
Yes.
I think after cleaning the skull, I
Thank you, Gruff.
hand it delicately back.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Frida. Oh, my goodness.
Do you have any silks or something you can wrap her head in?
Apart from what I'm wearing, I'll take my veil off and just
Wrap it up
wrap
in the
it
veil
in my
and then tie the
veil.
veil.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just as a point as well
Does dawn on you, Ophelia? About the right size for a hat.
Fuck's sake.
It is the right size for a hat.
But I mean, you do have now this cool, like slightly see-through sack with a skull, like hanging off
It's
your
very
belt.
cool.
That looks
Pretty
really
cool.
too.
It's
Fucked up skulls.
Fucked up,
Messed
yeah.
up skull.
Fucked up.
I will say just from the last episode, Gruff would have taken the remains of Saren with him because I don't think he would have wanted to leave Saren
absolutely.
behind. So just as a point, like he's wrapped her in his stash.
I'm also I'm gonna let you decide this, whether or not Saren's body remains as a physical thing, or perhaps over time begins to break away into primal magics. Remember, this is a familiar.
Yeah. I think Gruff wouldn't know. Would Kim know?
But it's also what would Kim think would be a cooler thing to happen?
I think eventually breaking away because I think
So
Gruff
slow.
doesn't realize the spell yet. Really, like it's why he was so upset. He doesn't really quite understand how it works.
Sure.
So he thinks he is taking the physical remains, and then it is probably
Perhaps
breaking away.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. But so what's the plan here, team?
So does everyone feel? I mean, obviously, there's no good place in this vault to rest, and this is, quite a terrifying, spooky place with these messages and these symbols. But we can lock the door.
Very unpleasant smell now as well.
My only concern is Percival and Pascal who are upstairs. Like,
yes.
Can we communicate with them to hunker down somewhere? Or
We might be able to make green with our things to power the
shoot.
tube,
Tube.
and that might bring them down, or hopefully not send them up. But we might be able to get them down to us. Unless, do you have any more featherfall? Any spells at all?
Yes. To a high level, right?
Yeah, you can always cast a spell as a higher level. It just doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't have an extra effect.
I can, if we can communicate, I can bring them down.
We could just shout up to them and tell them to come down here, and then
How close are they to the hole on the next floor up?
They are like hunked down over on this northwestern wall.
It's about 100 and something.
So from the floor of where you are now, it's 40 feet to the ceiling, and then the shaft, the cylinder is 80 feet. So it's 120 feet straight up, and then it's there about 20, 30 feet from the hole. So like shouting very loudly, they will hear you.
do you not
Also,
have
everything else well as well.
telecommunication? Can't you communicate with Percival?
No, not telepathically.
I don't know why I thought that was a
I
thing.
have telepathy now.
Yeah.
You do need to see them
Yeah,
be
I
able
need
to
to
be able
see.
to. Yeah.
Also,
could-
there's still 2 eyes.
Walk up and and go get them. It'll take me a while, but I can climb
You
up.
have to start at the side, right? And then go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. But if
Alright.
we bring them down here, it's just whether or not we are comfortable for a good, decent, solid, healthy 8 hours of rest.
I think this is safe, as safe a place as any.
Okay.
We're not going to get many more opportunities, I think.
We don't know if they have any more of these keys to open the door. They almost certainly do. But whatever opened this one was one of those constructs, so it might have been the only one.
Should we rotate watch?
Probably for the best.
All right.
Should be an easy one. We're just watching down a corridor after all.
Yeah.
We could also maybe put down some.
Well, does Percival rest?
Well, he doesn't sleep, but
He doesn't sleep. He rests, but he's inert. So he still has to. So the way Percival works is he still has to rest, but he is conscious and awake for the whole duration. And he basically gets pretty much all of his hit. But as long as he can take that 8 hours to do nothing, he'll sort of regenerate his necrotic energy, and that heals him
There's
basically.
got to be an alarm system.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Totally.
Does the door?
Just keep in mind, if that rest is alerted, he doesn't gain any hit
Well, neither
points.
do the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
But you guys, I normally give you a short rest. Short rest for Percival doesn't exist. So
Yeah.
Right.
Does the door make a noise when it opens and closes?
there is no door, right? Let's clarify this, right? There is no opening and closing door.
Yeah.
What you see is when you entered this, there is just nothing. Whereas on the other sides, there are like these blocks of color that fill the space.
Okay.
And block them off.
But do they? Because I think we've seen one of those be removed or added.
Yes, you did. You saw the blue one upstairs.
Did that-
It literally like whoop, it just vanished. It didn't
Okay.
like slide into a wall.
Didn't
or
make a
anything like
noise or anything like that. It was just.
that. It didn't make a noise. No.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to suggest that we like get the tents and just make a sort of makeshift barrier along the corridor, so that if we heard the noise, they still have to get through the corridor before they can even see us.
Sound corridor.
Yeah.
Traps.
But we could make like a little barricade just in case that we then need to fight out of. But out of what? Tents, I guess.
Well, you say tents. I believe they are all on Rodri on the wagon.
No, someone stayed behind to pick them up at the camp. Rowan.
I brought some
Yeah, we
essentials here.
brought
Yeah.
our
I
essentials
basically
with
brought
us
the camp
when we were chasing after Zanzan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
because he was late arriving.
Yeah.
Yes.
But either way, we can just If Ophelia, do you want to start heading up then
Yes,
and
I'll
bring them
go.
down with you?
Ophelia, you spider climb along the walls, up onto the ceiling, and then up and through the cylinder. No problem. Totally works. You get up there. Pascal is sat next to Percival, and Percival is like, "Oh, Sister Ophelia,
Percy, oh thank goodness you're
the
okay.
battle went well."
Yes, I think so. What you define as well in this place is spotty at best.
Well, you are not.
I am
dead.
not hurt, no.
Then I would consider that a victory.
Well, thank you for clarifying. It brings me some comfort. Well,
What is
it's-
our next step?
To come back down, we have found a place to rest for now.
Ah, I see.
So I'll fetch you and Pascal. I'll bring you boys back down with us, and we'll take a little break.
So are you going to carry them down, basically?
Oh, try to, yeah.
Yeah. What's your strength?
My strength.
Pascal, no problem. Super light. He's very, very malnourished. Like 12.
Percy is stronger than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, like, and also Percy's wearing like full armor and
yeah.
has like weapons and stuff. It is gonna be a very unpleasant experience for you. Especially with that sick feeling that you still have as well.
It's going to be until Rowan can.
I can feather fall.
It's up to you guys, like what you want to do with it. But
I see.
As long as they're over the
Ophelia
edge, I guess,
struggling.
you can...
I imagine you'd just be trying this.
Yeah. You're heavier than I thought, Percival.
yeah, it's like as you go to like take, because it's also you've got to take that awkward step where you go, huh,
Yeah.
and then you're there. As you go to make it, this is what I was going to say. Is like it would probably be an athletics check to see if you can keep hold of Percy. And if he drops, that'd be 12d6 of damage.
Well, he's got 1 HP, so.
Do you want to fit?
Well, I'm saying you don't have to do like
Oh, yeah, I'll do
this
it.
would be an athletics check if you were going to try and carry him down.
Unnatural 20.
So before you need to worry about the fifth wall, like you struggle, but you manage to like get him down. Like it takes a lot of your energy. You are exhausted afterwards.
I can help.
But you bring them both down.
Jump.
Oh, my stomach. Hang on, give me a minute. Oh, my
But
God.
yes, that would have been at disadvantage because of the poisons,
Very true.
which is why it was going to be a check.
11 for the second one.
I will say just enough, but you are definitely feeling very, very tired. when you
Level
get
of
to the end of
exhaustion?
it. Not quite, but just like roleplay wise, you are wiped.
Oh, I'm going to just sit down before I get Pascal.
Any moment you can have further fall.
Yeah, you can just jump whenever.
Oh, she's on the sidewall now.
Oh, here she comes.
She's still going.
Ophelia,
sorry.
just let go. Just let go.
I can't drop him. I can't drop him. He's precious.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
You get them both down. It's exhausting, but you managed to do it.
All right, well, let's get you all into this room at least.
Okay.
And I guess, like, whoever has the yellow.
Yeah, like you
Daisy.
tell me what you're doing.
All right, Daisy. Point it. Pray for door.
You just point the rod at the where the door. Nothing happens.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, give me that.
I'm not good at magic. You or Rowan should do it.
Do you need to put the
Don't you-
color into the sphere?
Well, that would open it, right? Wait, actually, it is already
I thought
open.
it was about orbs.
Oh, give me the
Yeah,
clear
use
sphere.
use the thing.
I shot put it.
Okay.
Dong, dong, dong.
It replaces my head.
Galawag.
Okay.
So you go out to the small plinth out in the main floor.
Yep. All right. I will orb in the plinth.
What orb are you put in the plinth?
It's the. Is it
Clear.
clear?
I
It's
had a clear one.
Okay, you put a clear one in.
And the yellow keystone, I think that was called.
Yep, you put the yellow keystone in, and color fills the orb, turning it yellow. The lights on this lower floor flicker, and then white light fills this lower level once again.
Oh, there's that light again. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
That's going to be a difficult sleep.
What do you do next?
All right. Okay. Well, I'll go into the inside. Is everyone's inside?
What do you take out of the plinth?
The keystone first. The yellow
Okay.
torch.
Yep, you take that out, and then the sphere.
And then the sphere.
You now have a yellow
so
sphere.
it doesn't drain.
That's why I asked.
And then, if everyone is inside the yellow sort of corridor, what would be the yellow corridor?
Well, this is the thing. So as you approach the door,
Oh wait, sorry, I've just realised it's yellow upstairs.
it's yellow upstairs. Yes.
We don't know what colour it is here
Yep.
because I was reading it on this map. Okay.
Because it's open.
Just says open.
That's correct. You don't know.
Well, once I'm inside, I will instead point the
yellow
ball
orb?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I agree.
That is it is confusing because it does say yellow. That is for the upstairs, the
Yes.
mid-level door. These two, this one, and then the one to the north west is also open. So you don't know what colours.
what
they
colour's
originally
missing?
Give me. That's a good
What
question.
was
actually,
upstairs that's not here? Purple.
Green.
we
No?
don't have. We don't have a green.
There's a blue.
The shaft is green.
How do you make green? I've
Yellow
got
and
yellow.
blue.
Blue.
Okay, give me the blue. You
Oh
guys
yes, I'm blue.
You're blue because you're blue. All right.
Yeah, okay, all right. I like this.
Yeah.
So Daisy has the yellow rod at all times.
Sure.
That's
I feel we should have the red rod at all times.
Yeah.
I could have the green rod at all
It makes
times.
sense.
There is no green
There's
rod.
no green rod.
Well, there will be.
No, no, there's going to be green stone.
Yeah,
Where's yellow?
I've literally gold.
He went.
He's a gold dragon boy.
yeah, true.
Daisy has slightly blonde hair. like,
I just attribute you with sunshine.
Okay.
Yay.
You know what? You guys start getting ready for a sleep. I'm going to make green and start figuring out some colors. Maybe just give me all of the colors and I'll just start playing around with them.
Okay, but
hey,
what
you
if
can't, you're not resting until
Yeah.
these guys can start.
Although I am concerned about the lights when I did that. I'm
Yeah.
worried there might only be a certain amount of uses. In which case,
Man, what a cunty DM.
You said it, man.
We don't even know if it's true.
it's either that or we just rest in this place with some makeshift barrier and we don't worry about the lights. And we just have now a yellow orb, which we can open upstairs.
Okay. Well,
I
I was
There were
gonna,
2 yellow doors upstairs.
That's true, yeah.
I was gonna litter this corridor with things that they would step on and
Oh.
make noises.
That's not a bad idea.
I put I got a shovel. I put it down.
Oh, right, so if somebody steps in,
It's like shape of the-
You're
yeah.
getting like really
Yeah.
delicate with your placement, like.
Where would they step? Out here.
So just to clarify to move things, everybody's going into the room. Rowan is tracking the corridor. Xanthius, you're going to go out and start figuring out orbs.
Can we just try a green?
Let's try a green.
like to try
Okay,
a
give me
green.
the blue.
I have the blue. I'm blue.
Because you're blue. I'll take the blue. I have the yellow now. Even
Because
though,
you're yellow, not Daisy.
because I'm gold.
Orange is.
All right, I will place orb in first.
So you put which orb?
The yellow orb.
Yellow orb. Yellow orb drains of color and is now clear.
Great. The green and the yellow at the same time.
the yellow and the
Same
blue?
time.
The
Blue.
yellow and the blue at the same time.
Yellow and the blue at the same time. You put the yellow and the blue at the same time. They lock in place, and then the 2 colors like injecting, like ink being injected into water.
It's
It mixes and
unbelievably
creates
satisfying.
a green sphere.
Does it look like? Well, I'm not there, but
You can ask what it looks like.
does the rods look like they lose color at all?
No.
Right.
Do the lights flicker? Okay. Not that cunt.
For podcast listeners, I say,
But they heard. That's how podcasts work.
They can't.
Their ears. They just can't
For podcast
see.
listeners, I said that's how podcasts work. While I'm just at this, I don't want to do it from the outside. I will go into the room. Rowan, where have you placed things? It's hard to see in here.
Everywhere.
Oh, okay. I will.
It's all guys. Come on.
it's all clear. It's like there are lights.
It's lit
now
up.
in, like,
You can see.
Although
I am
this
also-
room isn't lit up.
I am
This room
glowing
stays
like a
quite
candle.
dark.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Good. That's
Good.
That's how they like it.
In that case, once I get through where it looks like the light will be, which from the looks of things is right at the end, I will point the green orb.
Nothing happens on that door. Nothing happens on that door.
On that door.
Next color.
Can I, from here, point it at the...
Are we sure it's the orb? Because the orb is the... Oh, yeah, the orb is the doing.
Can I point it at the tube?
You would have to go up to it. Like this thing does. You get the sense that there is a range to this thing. Like you can feel that, like when you kind of hold the orb up to where the door should be, there is a kind of sensation of like, oh, nothing happened. Like this is wrong. Like you kind of get the sense that it tried to do something and it was just like, nope, wrong.
Like losing a sneeze.
Yeah, it's more like. You kind of get like a error, kind of like wrong. Yeah, no, you don't get that, but you get a sensation of that.
Okay.
So you would have to go up to the cylinder
May as
area.
well just see...
He's gonna just.
Like a pneumatic tube.
From the outside of tube, I will
outside of the tube.
point green at it.
You see that the sort of 20-foot cylinder, the sort of 20-foot radius cylinder that goes up, green motes of light begin to fill it.
Okay.
And
he
you get a
steps
sense of you get a sense of you have control as long as you're holding this orb. That you and any creatures you designate with you basically are under the effect of a levitation spell. So you can control your up and down, basically.
Could I constantly focus on just up at all times so nothing can come down?
No,
guess
this
someone
is
else
like
could control
you
it.
are affecting yourself and any creatures that are with
Okay,
you.
yeah.
You basically are putting them under the effects of a levitation spell. You're not controlling the direction of this thing.
Good news, everyone! Good news, everyone!
Good news from the morrow.
I've solved the tube!
Oh, good day.
So, I've done it.
Have you solved the door?
I haven't solved the door. I don't know what color this thing is meant to be, but it's not yellow. It's not green.
Okay, you've only tried two.
I could. How long does it take to like fill these things? Like, how long is each
It's
sort
like
of rotation?
you're taking sort of like 5 minutes each time.
All right. Okay.
So we could do red and blue to make purple,
right.
or blue and
Have we tried the primary colours first?
yellow and red to make orange.
Okay.
We haven't tried blue.
Get comfy, everyone. Give me all the one. Give me the.
Oh, I gladly will.
Give me the red.
Wait, did we
Carry
try
on.
blue? No, we didn't.
No,
we tried
we
yellow.
didn't try blue.
We could try blue.
I'm going to,
just
through
red.
process of elimination.
Well, there's a thing here because, like, obviously you currently have a green sphere in your hands. Who has the red sphere?
I have the red rod.
You have red rod. Does Rowan still have the red sphere? Or did you give it all to Xanthias?
You give it to
Rowan
Xanthias.
written down, but
Yeah, Rowan, I believe, had the red sphere.
Yeah.
Because you were playing
red
it, I think.
orb, yeah.
So you have the, but yeah, like if you, now you know, like you have to clear one to make a new one, which means you won't have the green one anymore. So
we've got two.
I don't want to just do it like, no, we cycle through until we find the answer. Like you have to tell me what you're cancelling, what you're making.
Whatever
We
I.
have two though, don't we?
You have two spheres.
I'll
So
try
we
the
can
red on the
keep one
door.
You try red?
On the door.
Yeah, red closes the door.
You bastard!
I will point out that if you look across, one of the lower doors on the other side is also red. The one opposite this on the lower floor, the one that's purple up top is red on this floor.
Amazing.
So good.
Podcast listeners.
Mark's being difficult. No.
I'm not being difficult.
Mark's face
this
was a
is
sight of pure joy.
very planned in my dungeon map.
Mark's face was pure
Not
joy.
my fault you had a red sphere and you didn't try that one first, is
We can
it?
rest. We can rest. We can rest. Door's closed. I did it.
Careful of the shovel.
Whoa, okay.
give me a reflex save.
A reflex save.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
Pathfinder.
reflex save.
Oh, sorry, dexterity. It is a Pathfinder thing. Dexterity
hell?
saving throw. It's also an old D&D thing, which is
He's
why it
getting
sticks in my
clown
brain.
roboted.
14.
14. You are narrowly, like, as Ron's like, watch out for the shovel, you're like, oh! As you
Narrowly
nearly,
dodge
like,
and it flies behind me.
Into your face. Monster behind you.
But yes, you all now, once the door closes, the corridor and the room go very dark. Only the faintest light from Daisy's dagger and the runes and whatever light sources you have really illuminate this place, and they cast long shadows along those patterned, engraved walls, which makes them ever so more ominous. And you try and rest. Now, you do have camping equipment. This is dry and it's safe, but there is an unsettlingness to this place. So what are you guys doing? Like, how are you setting out the camp? Like, what are you guys doing in this moment of rest? Like, think of this as like when you go in a video game and you go to your campsite, like everyone's kind of got their own little things.
I
Like,
guess we
what-
don't need tents, right?
Burritoing.
You're burritoing.
I'm a burrito of blankets.
Okay. Wrap yourself up
Yeah.
as tightly as possible.
I've got my bedroll, so I'm
Just
rolling
roll
that
that
out.
out.
I put all my snacks in arm's reach.
Are you just going to use like trail rations? Are you going to try and cook a meal down here? Like,
Oh, I could try and get rid of the smell by cooking up some fish stew.
Oh, please no.
I mean, I don't really.
the fish that you caught, I think, 4 days ago at this point.
4 days mature.
Oh, just like the Gallagher's head.
Don't need to bring that up.
I've lost
no need
my
for that.
appetite after seeing that, to be honest. But
You don't want a stew?
yes, actually.
I will attempt to make a stew
Okay.
with the cooking utensils I have.
Okay. Are you trained in cooking utensils?
You learned from.
I
the
learned
line
how to
from-
make this specific
But
stew.
you're not like a trained
No, I'm not
cook yet.
good.
So this would be a D20 just plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'd let you use wisdom. I'll let you choose between an intelligence or wisdom, actually.
Inty Wisdy.
Oh, thank you.
Take it, that means nothing.
14.
14. Actually, you're like, Rowan, the fish is not good, but you're like, you don't think it's rotten yet, but you've got salt, you've got
pour a
like
lot of
seasonings, like
seasonings
you basically have to crust this thing, and you create like a very rudimentary like little oven to like bake it in to try and like get rid of as much
I asked
smell as
Gruff to
possible.
like get me some water that I can boil.
Yeah. This is very
And to like heat it.
Produce flame. I'm just
Team
laying
effort.
there.
Yeah, exactly. This is very a delicious in dungeon
Yes, I was
style.
just thinking of
yeah,
that.
It's very much that. So Rowan has like this little like kind
ready.
of rudimentary like little oven. You've got the fire going. Weirdly, because this is an enclosed space, and normally a fire in here would be very dangerous. The smoke touches the ceiling. And just seems to evaporate somewhere. Like the smoke does not coalesce in this room.
Well, that's good.
Because that would have been very bad in a sealed, airtight environment.
I'm gonna say-
Burn out all the
Party
oxygen.
die, not from a big boss or anything like that. Just carbon
Asphyxiation.
monoxide
Yeah,
poisoning.
the carbon
I was
monoxide
going to say
asphyxiation.
it when you busted out the cooking stuff, and I was like, no, I'm just going to leave it.
Just leave it,
Finally,
yeah.
all 7 of us Family Guide on the floor, not just my characters.
But no, the smoke seems to almost be absorbed by the walls itself, as does a lot of the lingering heat. This room is not cold, but also not like warm like it is. It's just on that slightly chilly side of a cold medical kind of room. But the scent of the spices, the very strong spices that Rowan uses, the stew, the bubbling broth, does do wonders to alleviate some of the tension. And it's a very good job you did that, Rowan, because otherwise this rest would not be a comfortable rest, so you wouldn't get all of your hit points and spell slots back. But I'm going to say with that stew, you have your camping supplies like bedrolls and blankets, which actually makes this a comfortable enough rest that you get a normal long rest.
What a good boy.
Percy's back.
Yeah. What are we doing in terms of watches? What are other people doing? Are there any preparations
I
or
want to make this a heroic long rest. Like,
you can heroic short rest, you
Short
can't
rest.
heroic long rest. Yeah,
I think we
heroic
need
short rest is a thing, but not
Full
heroic
8
long
is what we
rest.
need here.
yeah, full eighter.
Yeah, you want to get spell slots and everything back.
Yeah, we're pretty tapped.
Yeah.
In terms of watch, I am not good at watch.
Also, Rowan, if you complete an 8-hour rest, you will also lose 1 exhaustion level.
How many do you have?
I can do a watch.
You should have been getting a -2 to like attack rolls and saving throws and ability checks and stuff. So that stew would have only been a 12, but I'm going to say that's sufficient enough to be a stew.
Cool.
Not enough to give you like cool like temporary appearance.
Yeah, I guess we would have been like helping as well. Like Gruff of the Water Meat with
so it would have given you advantage
fire.
anyway. So we'll let it slide. But yeah, so you'll lose 1 exhaustion level. Anybody who does have exhaustion levels would lose 1.
Did you have one?
You had 2, I believe.
You had 2, okay.
So you got 1 now.
Okay.
So -1 to pretty much everything, by the way, like attack rolls,
Running around.
I'm fine.
saves, ability checks, and I believe 5 feet of speed as well.
Yeah. Okay, but we
I
got
need
food.
to check that, but I'll check that in the break.
Got food, we've got bedrolls, we've got a decent rest. And a trapped corridor.
Well, and so is Percy keeping watch, I'm assuming?
For a little bit, I do want him to get a full rest.
Well, he rests. He doesn't need to sleep. Like, he is conscious the whole time, so
Cool, yeah.
he can keep watch. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the benefits of being undead is you don't need to sleep.
I think, like, for Percy's watch, Ophelia might stay with him a little bit, but also, like, chat with Frida's head. Just like...
That's normal.
We left that on the outside. Oh no, you tied it on your belt.
Just like have a head like just like sat with me, just like so I'm Ophelia, these are my friends. I'm
She
sorry.
has met us,
Yeah, I'm
unfortunately.
yes.
Not as our best selves.
Not
though.
our best selves. I'm sorry about what happened to you and what we did to you. That wasn't we thought you were just I know you said you weren't a monster, but we thought you kind of were a monster a little bit. We didn't really know. Sorry. But I'm going to make it right. I'm going to give you the respect that you deserve, and you'll be okay. Somewhat. I don't know how to make this right. This is horrendous. I'm sorry. The pain you must have been in, what they put you through, those... I mean, they're the monsters, not you. Am I right? Yeah. Anyway, you rest now, I think? Yes, just... You're resting now. As well as you can.
Silent, deformed skull just stares. It's huge, malformed eye sockets looking towards you.
I'm sorry, Frida.
Anything else from anyone else?
Gruff will just turn to Pascal as he has been, just making sure that he eats some food and drinks some water and...
Yeah, and as soon as like you kind of put him in that sleeping position, and now that he has been fed, although he has this madness, he's no longer under the fear of the Gallowag. He does, and as he has been when you've been traveling as well, he does sleep. So he kind of drifts off, maybe just muttering like, kind of muttering to himself and tracing, and then eventually the tracing slows down until his eyes shut and he falls asleep.
Gruff, I don't want to be cruel, but I have a suggestion. It might be best if you sleep towards the back of the room. Just in
Why
case.
is that, my boy?
Well, just in case something happens in the middle of the night and you suddenly feel some kind of urge to just wander out, you know? So we can all keep an eye on you and make sure you stay where you're meant to be.
Right, and you promise you're not going to punch me in the back of the head?
Sleep well.
If I sleep, okay. That wasn't a promise.
I mean, you're not prone to sleepwalking. That hasn't happened yet. So,
The door's closed.
door's closed, but maybe there might be some command to take the red orb. I don't know the extent of it, but...
Well, who has the red orb?
Xanthias has a good point. I will go sleep at the back of the room.
Who has a red... You keep the red orb then.
Oh,
Xanthias, I'm assuming, has all the rods
Yeah,
and orbs
you have
at this
everything,
point.
'cause you
He
were
has everything.
testing.
why can't I hold all these puzzle pieces?
You've got that Resident Evil attache case open, slotting it around.
Yeah, all
Orbs are 1 slot, rods are 2.
of them really close to my chest.
Yeah,
Not this low.
sure.
Motherfucker tried to jump on that one.
Just promise me, friends, if something does happen to me, could you make sure you look after Pascal?
Nothing's
Don't-
going to happen to you, Gruff.
Don't leave him here, okay?
Of course we won't. Don't
All
you
you
worry,
need to do is
Gruff.
just make sure you don't leave the room. I will. Yeah, I'll set up a bedroll. I guess somewhere close to the corridor, but I'll make sure that this prism orb, big priz, is slightly away from me, so I don't accidentally just roll onto it.
Sure. Okay.
Also, it doesn't talk to me in my sleep. I hate that thing.
Okay. You will take a long rest. Sleep is not easy, despite the good stew, despite the comfortable blankets. Everywhere you look, those symbols, shutting your eyes, the eerie silence, the memories, those words. Be free to, I hurt, help. Echoing, perhaps, in your minds. But you all do manage to rest. That rest is not disturbed. Nothing comes for you during that time.
Oh, hell yeah.
At the end of the 8 hours, I do need Gruff to make a wisdom saving throw.
No. Fake.
I can fake
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
after.
You can?
You can.
19 plus 7.
You hear in your mind, subject, you must report to stasis. But you resist it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just feeling that sort of pressure in your mind, something speaking directly into your mind itself, urging you to report. And you get that, again, that same sense of like you have to get up to that middle floor where you were, but beyond that, you're not sure. There is an insistence in this presence, but it is not aggressive or hateful, more just insistent that you do it. But yeah, you resist. You are immune to that effect for a certain amount of time now.
Keep it down, boyo.
But yeah, the rest of you awake sort of 8 hours-ish later.
I can swap spells.
You can, yeah. Druids can prepare their spells each day, so you can swap any of that stuff.
It's good. Gruff is still here in the room with us. Didn't go wandering.
I just love the idea that, as you're saying, I'm just like behind, like you wake up and I'm just staring at you.
Huh. Okay. Is that Gruff? Gruff, is that you?
Good morning, Sam.
Oh, good. Oh, you didn't hear anything during the night?
Oh, I did.
And?
Yes, the Vermilion Orcs bugger was trying to get me to go upstairs again.
Oh, okay. What does it say?
It said, subject, please report to something, something.
Oh, creepy.
It wants that there's a compulsion for me to go upstairs.
Okay, well, I mean, we can stay down here for a little bit longer, maybe. Try and explore the rest of this place, but what subject? Does it say any numbers afterwards?
No, just call me subject.
Okay.
Probably because I haven't been processed properly.
True. Just wanted to know how many things they've worked on down here. I think the Galawak was whatever it said to me. Number?
XO0012 or 21. I'm
What?
dyslexic.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
21 or 12?
No, I don't know what dyslexic is.
Okay.
Retcon that.
Yeah.
It's a bit of Kim just slipping in there.
The zeros at the start. They planned to do thousands.
Well, luckily they didn't get that far. Well, unless
They probably have.
they probably have.
If this is one of the early ones.
It's also, this is just for a rules clarification, sort of law clarification. Like, as I said, this is going into your mind, so this could even just be like your brain interpreting it as a string of numbers to make it make sense. It might not be that the actual Proto-Magi had a numbering system or anything like that. It'd be very unlikely if they did. They don't really have written communication.
Yeah.
It's probably your brain just interpreting
barcode.
whatever they've said is, yeah, you're basically like, it's like a barcode, but you're interpreting it as numbers or whatever.
Cool.
Okay, what does
And
everyone
in
else?
fact, just to add to that as well, as like a sort of retcon of the information, when you heard that number, what you probably would have also, along with it, would have been a visual component of like a flashing of colours. It would have been like red, red, blue, 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 3 green, green, like, you know, it would have been a sequence of like numbers as well.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's always the case. Like, whenever you're hearing these voices, the walls like flash in like colour sequences as well.
Trippy.
It's color code.
I'm wondering if we close our eyes if we can't hear the communication.
Maybe.
I'll give that a try at some point. I'll forget that completely. Anyway, Is everyone else okay? Everyone rested?
Yeah, as well as I can be.
Is everyone still
here.
aware of where we are?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, good. Hopefully this thing hasn't shifted away to a different realm and we are still in Altheya on the outside.
Didn't even think of that before you mentioned it.
I know.
Ah,
Good morning, everyone.
morning, Altheya.
Good morning.
What do we want to do now? What's our plan?
Leave.
Well, yes.
But
No.
However-
No. What? What, Xanthius?
Oh, we're just going?
Well, I would like to leave, but what is your but? What is this?
Well, there's a reason we're here.
Well,
Beyond just me.
true. I'm sorry. I hate this, Xanthius.
I
I
know.
want to fix you. I hate this.
But-
Not that you need fixing. The crown's deal needs to be removed.
Well,
maybe
well.
fixing. I don't know.
Pretty
I just want to
spectacular.
leave.
Okay.
But I know that's
Percival's
the
done
more
a
purpose
Percival has
to
done a wonderful job cleaning up your leg and arms and hair.
He
and
has.
face.
I have
and-
cleaned your robes whilst you were sleeping.
Thank you, Percival. You didn't need to. It's very
Of course I
kind
did,
you.
yes.
No, that he did.
They were very stinky.
I was very stinky. I'm sorry. Yes, but if we had a good rest, I think.
I'm still a burrito, by the way. I'm just
roll
communicating to you via
from the top
burrito
of it.
form.
It's understandable.
What is the waking protocol for Daisy? Has anyone ever actually figured that out? You
I've
just
never, I've never seen it.
don't? Okay. Do you think?
I'll get there when I'm good.
Oh, you're awake. Okay, good. Oh,
I've
great.
been awake. I've been talking to you.
Yeah, but your eyes were closed and you
Yeah,
were fully
but it's
burrito.
fine.
I thought it was a dream speech, you know? I wonder what goes on inside that brain. We could use a potion to find out.
No.
Probably lovely things, Xanthius.
It would probably be lovely. That's
Probably-
what I'm saying. It would be a nice holiday
Dreams
to
of
just escape
Stuart.
into your dreams.
Do you dream of Stuart?
No, I dreamt that we were in a horrible, horrible place, and I woke up and we're in a horrible, horrible place.
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
checks out.
Figures, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be a burrito for a little bit longer
Understandable.
while we discuss what the plan is.
Yeah.
What about Rowan? What about Rowan's dreams? What do you dream of?
Cuts too.
Hard fucking rock.
Oh dear. Oh.
Do you ever wonder why a lot of stuff doesn't get done in High Rollers? By the way,
We're
this is
talking
why.
about dreams.
Yeah.
I suggest we use this opportunity of being on the lower floor to explore the lower floor.
Yes. Yeah.
So we go around the clock.
So you have an open door to the north, to the northwest. The southern door, which is orange currently, you would need to open and unlock. The prismatic door, you don't know what to do with. And then there is a red door to the northwest on this lower floor. There is not a passageway to the north down here. That is
Yeah.
not present.
Okay.
I've got nothing that removes a curse. This is quite irritating.
Sorry.
Curse.
I was hoping to try and help Pascal somehow. His body is okay, but his mind is... Oh, he's not right. And I don't have anything that can help with curses.
Has he got a prism on him?
Huh. That's a really good question, Rowan.
Well, yeah. He may not have made it this far, but
Can I check Pascal for a
Sure, medicine check.
thing? Oh, I'm good at that. 17 plus 7.
You examine him. You've actually examined Pascal before. You kind of looking at like his state of nutrition and things like that. You know he's in a bad shape. He is a lot better, like since you've been sort of slowly reintroducing food, making sure he's more hydrated. Like he is better than he was when you found him. But you do not find any evidence of an implant, whatever this thing is.
Because he never came in
He
here.
never came here. No.
He was just kidnapped by the Galloway. Sorry, Frida.
it's the effects of Frida, yeah.
And Frida, I guess, showed him and me visions of this place, of this symbol.
There seemed to be a sort of aura around the Galawak, around Frida, that did seem to drive people mad. You experienced it, Gruff. You came very dangerously close to kind of reaching to the level that Pascal is at. And it seems that because Pascal was under the effect for so long, it has developed into this sort of magical malady, this magical curse that is unfortunately driving him insane, effectively, to the point of him just being non-responsive.
Would the 24
Yes.
give me any hint of if lesser restoration could help?
Lesser restoration will not help. No, it would need to be remove curse or greater restoration.
Which I don't have.
Well, that's a real shame, that.
Pee pee poo poo bum face.
Shall we try the open door like we did last time?
Yes, the one just next door. But we also have a way to open both the orange and the red, but I've got no idea about the prism yet.
Maybe we should
Unless.
close doors as we have explored them.
Okay. We could, now that we... Have we dismantled all of the stuff? The sleeping arrangements?
I will be packing
Yeah,
down.
sure. Yeah.
The
Don't
assault
worry
course.
about
But I was wondering,
see what
like,
you do.
is it worth maybe leaving Percival and Pascal in this room, closing the door, and then coming back for them as we try to
I
leave?
am fully replenished. I could help you in battle and such things. Or if you wish, I could look after the young man here, of course. But I am fighting fit once again.
It's good to see. Yes.
You would probably see that, like, it's like the cracks in like Percival's bones where he's taking damage. They've healed overnight. Like he replenishes necrotic energy.
I feel a lot better knowing Percy is fighting fit.
It's just, is Pascal safer in this room, behind a closed door that we can open up later, or with us when we do eventually flee this place?
I'm just loath to leave him behind in case one of these creatures, you know, that thing that I came in and found trying to scoop you all up. I just feel that I don't want to leave him behind in case something comes and gets him. He can't defend himself.
That's true.
He can't run.
Okay. Let's keep everyone together then. No wandering off on your own. We know the rules.
Okay.
Don't split the party. And let's go into the north. What is that? Northwest.
Yeah, I'm not going to move you guys on the map because I don't have rooms for the down here drawn out. So I'm just.
But it's
gonna
a similar
describe them to you.
structure, right?
Similar structure, so we can kind of see it. When you head to the open chambers to the north, you leave. You hold up the red orb. You open the door that leads out of this place. You go out into the main chamber. You'll hear, and then we know where you guys. Let you guys around this room.
What a big cohort.
You find, following that room to the north, which you'd explored the floor above, exact same layout. There is a small side chamber as you are making your way through.
Are the bodies still there?
Why are you whispering 8 hours?
So I have to do some head stuff. I have to do some stuff in my head.
Just doing head stuff.
Head stuff.
I hate head stuff. I never do that.
They are all gone.
Is that just like, is it completely clean?
Yeah.
So
No blood, no blood, no residue, nothing. Just
What about
as if they were never there.
Body?
Yeah, the body in
There
the,
was a body
in the
there.
tube.
Yeah, that's still there.
Why? Why is that still?
Because it's not part of this experiment place. They're the dungeon team from Kelskaris.
It's only cleaned up that which the vault recognizes, which makes me worried about holding this thing everywhere with us. It thinks I'm a subject. It thinks I'm the Galawag.
I'm pretty sure it can see all of us regardless.
It's been useful so far, though.
True, but I'm worried it's eventually going to try and reclaim me,
Oh,
you know?
then throw it.
Throw it?
If you feel the urge.
I mean, I can speak to this vermilion thingy now.
That's true. Well, can you?
Hello, vermilion oxa buggery
9.
9. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe ask it just another question, because we're not certain this is Vermilion Orcs 9 that we're talking to.
What subject number am I?
You would almost see a visual representation of a flash of series of colors, and you would hear no identification applied.
Oh, says there's no identification applied.
Okay, but you can talk to it, so... But it's so pretty, though.
Maybe you leave it in this red room, and then as we go through each room, you just come back, check on it, maybe ask it a question, then put it back down, and then we come back and look at it
I
again.
think someone will probably take it if you leave it because they took the bodies.
I'll throw it if I need to throw it.
Okay.
Get rid of it if I need to get rid of it. But I'm putting it in my bag. I don't want to hold this thing anymore.
Okay. You place it in your bag. Do you continue into the open rooms?
Yes. So, yeah, northwest room.
Yeah, you move through you move past a side chamber where you can see floating slabs of crystal that show the larger room beyond each of the slabs of crystal have a sort of flickering illusion that hovers ever so slightly above the surface, showing 4 metal spheres with blinking grids of different colored hues surrounding the image. When you look into the main chamber itself, you see that exact site. You see these, it's completely bare, very much like the Galawax room, but there are no symbols engraved on the wall. Instead, there are these huge metal spheres split down the middle and sort of cracked open, revealing a 10-foot by 10-foot cell inside. Just enough, like, not quite a bed, but sort of a slab that one could sleep on, rough, you know, material of some kind stretched out. There seems to be some sort of, like, you know, latrine in there, but that's it. And they just hover off the ground, these 4 spheres, each with a 10-foot by 10-foot cell inside.
All of them cracked open.
Yeah. Well, not cracked, like split and then sort of like peeled.
Is this where the one-eyed fellows were?
Maybe. Why did they need a cell like
there
this?
are also several broken constructs like the ones that you saw above. These squat obsidian dwarves and the multi-armed scientist constructs, if you'd like to call them that. The labor constructs and science constructs, basically.
Pens in their pocket?
No.
Okay. Is there any indication or any sign of the similar sort of scratches from the other room? Like whatever creature was in the previous room also fought in this room? Okay. I mean, it could be those 4 we encountered outside, but...
They got out somehow, yes.
They got out, and I'm...
Defied orders.
Don't know why they would deserve a cell like this.
Maybe they were trying to do something else, but the experiment failed. And they went feral. And broke out.
Okay.
Either way, I'm not getting into one of those.
No, nowhere near one of those, but, I mean...
You want to go inside?
Take a look around the...
But there are work tables either side.
Yeah.
No, not in this room. No, there's just it's completely bare except these 4 metal spheres hovering off the ground, these cell spheres. There's nothing else. In that monitoring room, the side chamber that you passed, there was just a single kind of desk with these floating crystal slabs. That seemed to be, there was like 1 slab for each of these cells, basically. And there's like a pattern and grid and shifting colours that sort of blink in and out and change. And
Maybe that adventurer fellow, maybe he didn't fall down. What if he was a test for those 4 little creature men?
And they never returned to their
They never
cells?
returned, no.
Possibly. Possibly. Luckily a test that we passed. Oh, I don't like this place.
Was that body eviscerated?
no, showed no wounds on it. And didn't have any slashes or cuts or bites.
If they had any interest in it, it would have been... Well, you saw what it did to anything else that came down here.
Okay.
It completely ignored it.
And the adventurer's body is like almost petrified. Like it's like mummified. It's like just decayed, but there's not enough rot to cause it to like break down. So it's just become like a dead body in the desert. Basically, it's like shriveled up and become very desiccated.
Did you detect magic on the cloak that was on it?
Oh, I didn't identify that yet, no.
We can say that you did it during the long rest if you want.
I'm allowed to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah. In that case, yeah, I would spend a charge, which I basically immediately get back.
Yep.
Identifying that cloak.
It is
which is blue.
It's called a Cloak of Resistance. It gives you a +1 to all saving throws. Very simple.
You had it though, so are you giving it to Blue Boy or?
Yeah, this is a protection-y cloak, and it's blue.
Oh, that does so
It
my
would
colours.
suit you. I mean, look at it on me. Gross. Disgusting. Horrific. Awful. Gauche. On you, though.
You shouldn't dull yourself down like
Pristine, masterful, perfect, splendid, runway ready.
that. What's a runway?
The thing that he paraded on, he's probably going to be in the newspapers for.
Yeah.
Oh, that little fashion show he
Yeah.
did.
I don't know why I called it that. I guess plank ready?
Plank ready. Right.
Yep.
I don't want to do a fashion show.
Well, you'd lose. If I'm in it too.
I think Gruff automatically puts a paw out on Ophelia. Like, nope.
He's like staring down Xanthius.
So, do you want it?
I don't want it. Does anyone else want it?
It would look rather fetching on you, Gruff.
Would.
I don't want to inconvenience anyone else. He
Just take
says.
the cake.
Take the
Take the
pig.
cake, Gruff. It will look good.
It will look great on you.
Oh, fine.
Plus, you're always protecting us. Always on the front lines. Jumping in front of swords and spears and other things.
Firebolts.
Fireballs. Not mine. Not mine.
Not yet.
Not ever.
What does the rope do?
Oh, thank you.
Makes you more, it makes you more resistant to like malign effects and things like that. It's +1 to all saving throws.
I look down at the desiccated body.
Doesn't protect you from.
Doesn't protect you from 120-foot fall damage. No,
Not falling,
Does it?
no.
It's not cloak of
No falling.
anti-falling.
No falling. in this.
There's no saving throw that gets you past 120-foot drop. Unfortunately,
Doesn't let you fly.
Maybe it will help you resist the prism.
Yes, that actually would be a really good idea.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe more
Cloak
physical
of
based.
protection.
No, don't worry about trying to look it up. Like, you'll have to apply it manually for now.
It's here.
I will. No, cloak of protection is different because that adds to AC.
It's here.
Weird. It says
No.
Vorpal Blade.
Not.
It's here.
It's not.
I've just added a Vorpal blade.
Fuck off. Time for your games. Because you +1 to all saving throws, I will add it.
And in this room, like, can we see just from if we're just
Sorry, you're
walking
still in the metal sphere room.
in the metal sphere room?
Okay.
Are we able to see? Even if the crack is
you
quite
go in the
small on
metal-
the, I don't go in the metal sphere. I just want to know: can I see clearly enough, like into them?
That's why I described. You can see that they're 10-foot by 10-foot cells.
There's no like
Very simple.
weird writing. There's no.
None that you can see.
There's a
Okay.
latrine, a slate,
That's it.
and that's it in there.
The most basic of prison cells in
Well, I
there.
guess there's a latrine, I suppose.
That's one blessing.
There's one more blessing than poor Frida didn't have.
Did Frida have a shitter?
Nope.
Okay. Is that the correct way to ask that?
Does a Gallowit wax sheet?
Great questions, guys. Like,
Any
Did it have a
poops in the cave?
none that none that you could see.
It might be like the dragons. They fly it out to sea before they burn it.
Fascinating.
That
I
is not.
think that was canonical.
Inconvenient.
I think it was. Crispy will back me
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
It's on the wiki.
Right. Anyway,
Okay.
so
well,
yeah, like honestly, nothing else you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
in
yeah.
these two chambers.
Okay, the only worry is if they came, those four now completely gone creatures came from here, the other rooms are still closed, so if there's anything being held in them, if they are cells, it might still be in there.
What was the number of entities down here?
Lots, apparently. Even minus the 4.
I was.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5. Dead one?
There
No.
were 9 on the bottom floor.
Yeah, there's
I guess
more here.
not counting Frida, because Frida had already escaped, so there's probably 5 left
5 somewhere.
somewhere.
Right.
We already have a red orb, so we can open the door. I guess we're now like in the main hallway, right?
Sure.
We can open that door over there. It's easy to make an orange. The prism we still haven't figured out, unless I maybe use, I don't know.
You were talking to that thing before I got here, weren't you?
Oh yeah,
So, okay, so...
best of friends.
Wow. So easily replaced. So,
Like a father to me. The prism.
Oh.
Big priz.
oh, no.
Honestly, I think it might protect me from anything, everything.
I'm just going to go back into the Frida room and just have a bit of a cry.
I kiss the orb.
Do you? That's the next question.
And exactly none of that conversation happens.
Part of your face though.
Are we role-playing now? Yes.
We're role-playing.
We're role-playing now. So, sorry. This thing told you how many subjects are down here?
Oh, yes, yeah.
You were on the middle level when it did, but also that was a long time ago. That was
I mean, you could ask now if you want.
Well, did it tell you anything about, like, what this facility does or what this floor does?
Yes,
Dangerous.
It
things.
merges, mixes, combines.
Sorry, Daisy.
You told me that this floor was where the most dangerous things were kept.
Right.
We mentioned this when you first came in.
We did. We did do that.
But we had to come down here for the.
You were really angry though because of poor Saren, and I don't think you listened. So that's understandable.
But that's why we came down here to get the rods.
If the Galavac was here, then yes,
Yeah.
makes sense.
But while we're down
You've
here,
dealt with the most dangerous thing.
we've dealt with the most dangerous things.
There's 2 open cells. Maybe it was the Galawak and then these 4 guys. Maybe
There's
they were
5
the
more
most
down
dangerous.
here.
Maybe there's no T-Rex with shark arms.
You could maybe ask.
Hello.
What's a T-Rex? What's a shark?
It's a thing out in the sea.
Okay.
Is it nice?
No.
Oh.
Well, if you leave them alone.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet they have just 1 row of teeth.
Why would they have more?
They just grow back. Shall we go have a look at one of these other rooms then?
Okay. Well, we can open the red one right now.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's do that then.
Okay. Everyone ready?
No.
Doesn't red mean danger?
Ready. Okay. Battle stations.
No.
Do you open up the
Red orb.
Okay. The wall of light vanishes from the northeast doorway, leading to a short corridor. You can remove the thing just to get the layout, but just ignore what's inside, because obviously you haven't seen the above one yet, but it's a large chamber.
Okay.
Remember, that's the middle floor chamber.
Well, we
That's
won't
what you see.
describe it now because it's not relevant.
But it is a large chamber. Inside, looking from the corridor, you are immediately hit by a heavy, earthy, verdant green smell. There is a sort of musk, sort of strong, heady, flowery scent. And you can see that the corridor is only short, maybe like 10 or 15 feet or so, before it enters a very lush environment, thick with strange foliage and vegetation. It is very dark. There is no light source in there, so the light kind of going through the corridor illuminates like sort of the main area, leaving lots of thick, because it's thick with foliage, and so there's a lot of shadows in it. There are large. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see those from your current position. So that's what you can see from here.
Well, that looks very nice.
It looks nice. Did it?
It's a lie. It's
Nothing-
not. It's evil.
That's too nice.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe throw something forward. I haven't got really anything to.
Was there some debris in?
There's never no. There's no. Yeah. You could go get some parts of the broken constructs, but you'd have to go back into one of the other chambers to get those.
Could I just cast a sorceress burst at the floor in front of me, just down the corridor into the room?
Into the room itself. What kind of energy? It is very lush, verdant
Not fire.
wildlife.
Maybe ice.
Okay. You conjure this blast of ice, launch into the room. It strikes the floor. Ice kind of sprays everywhere. Give me a perception check.
Me.
Everybody, I would
okay.
say. Everybody can give me a perception check.
Good.
-1.
Natural
Yes, -1 for your exhaustion.
one. Natural one from me, which makes a 8.
8.
22.
22, great.
Good.
Math. 16, 17,
16?
18, 19, 20, 23.
23 for Daisy, 22
rolled
for
6.
Ophelia,
12.
12 for Rowan,
3.
3. Everybody, so maybe it's Gruff and Rowan and Xanthius. You're maybe a little too focused on the immediate. Shut up.
What they
For
go?
podcast listeners,
My laptop is
Laptop.
taking off. You don't see anything. Maybe you're too distracted by the sudden blast of magic, or like maybe too focused on preparing your weapons or readying yourself. You don't hear anything. Daisy and Ophelia, though, you hear a sort of like muffled from inside. You kind of hear like a. You kind of hear like conversation coming from inside.
Does anybody else hear that?
I'm gonna
what?
grab Gruff. There's something in there. It's talking. They're talking.
When you could hear a voice?
He made a gasp. He did.
Okay, let go a little bit, please.
Sorry. I'm very tense.
It's still going. Something's talking.
Can we all hear it now that they've mentioned it, or?
Yeah, now that you come, like, you kind of strain your ears, and there is now also, like, almost like a faint, like, hum or buzzing.
It knows we're here.
Hello?
when you call out, Gruff, you see something in the shadows of the foliage sort of cautiously begins to break through, and you hear this kind of voice like, hello? As you see 5 figures push through, you see the first one that appears on these kind of flapping, buzzing wings is a creature halfway between an enlarged mosquito mixed with a spider and a butterfly the size of a person, with its 8 eyes and its long proboscis, and in a very normal voice, hello? Who are you? Beside it comes a humanoid shape of plant matter in the form of an androgynous person, kind of this kind of that is completely silent. Skittering, sort of smaller creature underneath its legs is this, I would describe it as like a child-sized like spider with hooked hands instead of legs. Behind that comes a fly with a sort of half-human body for its top, with these big, wide, like, insectoid eyes, followed by a mushroom creature on all 4s that plods itself forward, scampering up with them, with an enormous mouth. And then finally, this kind of like fronded plant on 4 legs, almost like a vase that's like plant-shaped on 4 skittering legs, scurries out and sort of clings to the leg of the plantoid man or plantoid person. Hello? Guests? Oh, so long it has been. Welcome. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Yeah.
Well, there's the other 5.
Remember that scene in Toy Story where...
This is like Sid's toys, yeah.
Okay. It's a very good representation. But that is where we're going to take our break. We will see you in part 2 as they continue exploring the vault. See you in part 2. Bye. Welcome back to part 2 of Altheya the Dragon Empire. Our heroes are exploring the Proto-Magi vault that they find themselves in, the Prism. They are currently in Red Wing, and they are exploring the various floors of this place. They have managed to take a long rest, sealing off one of the chambers to give themselves time to rest and recuperate. Some disturbing... I won't want to say facts, but come to some disturbing conclusions about some of the nature of the creatures that you have fought and engaged here. And now you have just opened up another one of these chambers on the lower floor, revealing a sort of verdant, very alien, almost botanical garden within. Heady, earthy, grassy scents, flowery almost. The air may be ever so slightly hazy from pollen or some such kind of it lingering in the air. And as Gruff called out, you heard some noises. 5 creatures have emerged. One, a human-sized sort of combination of spider and mosquito with these insectoid, almost butterfly-like wings. Seems to be the sort of first one to approach you and speaks to you in this sort of unnervingly high-pitched but still very humanoid voice. Next to them is a silent sort of plant-like person, androgynous in their form, but clearly in the shape of some sort of humanoid with big tree-like legs, very Groot-esque, but without no face, just sort of, plant matter. A skittering, spider-like creature with like these hooked sort of claws instead of hands, kind of on the ground. It has the mandibles and eyes, but it has this human intelligence as it looks at you. Like clearly is not a beast. Flying, sort of hovering in the air next to the fly creature is another sort of buzzing insect, almost like a giant bee or wasp, but its upper body almost has like these deformed like humanoid hands, and it has like this upper torso, kind of like a wasp centaur, but its face is all insectoid and wasp-like. There is a four-legged mushroom with a giant mouth across its main front, with all smaller mushrooms sticking up off of its back. And then finally, perhaps almost the worst of them all, it's this plant with fronds, but it stands upright like a vase, and it has these stick, spindly legs, and it kind of scuttles and almost sort of leans against one of the other ones in a bizarrely human-like manner. You, Gruff, this is the worst bit, I think, for Gruff as being the parent.
This is the worst bit.
It's almost like a child, like clinging to a parent's like leg as they emerge. And this mosquito spider person, hello? Oh, new friends, new guests.
Hello. Hi. Have you been here long?
Yes. Oh, very long. It has just been us, been our family for so long. In our home. But now the red light is gone. You have come from the other place. You must. Oh, do you hunger? Do you thirst? We can share.
Oh, we're actually okay for all that right now. Thank you. That's really kind.
Oh, of course.
Is there anything you would need?
Oh, what do you think, Father?
And it turns to the plant-like person that just looks, doesn't say anything.
You cannot think of anything. What of you, child?
Then it looks to the wasp-like creature.
I can think of nothing, Mother. But perhaps they would like to see the flowers? Would you like to see the flowers?
I don't want to see the flowers, Gruff.
I'd quite like to know your names first, if you have.
Yes, I am Mother.
Mother. Oh,
This is Father.
Father. Okay.
This is Child.
Child. Right.
Then she points to the child. Yeah, is the wasp-like kind of creature. It points to the spider thing, and Mother says,
This is Friend.
Friend. Okay. Doesn't share your ancestry then. Okay.
Points to the mushroom.
Mushroom. I want to know that.
Dog.
Oh my god.
And then points down to the little plant creature.
And of course, Baby. Say hello, Baby.
The plant thing just like dips its whole body in like a sort of mocking bow to you all.
Mother, father.
Child, friend, dog, and baby.
Oh, there's 6 of them. Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah, there is 6 of them. I might have cocked up the count again. I'm bad at numbers, guys.
Right. Mother, father, child, friend, dog, and
Baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Behave.
It does scurry around. Like it does stop for a time, but like you can see that baby does not stay still very often. It's like constantly moving around. Dog, the mushroom creature, seems very methodically just sort of like stomps around, sort of like.
It's almost a resemblance, I suppose, in its knowing its name now. Is it dog-like?
No.
It's a mushroom.
No, I know. I just mean, like, can you see almost some kind of potential of mannerisms or?
Maybe. I mean, like, it's on 4 legs.
All right. Okay.
But there's no, like, make an insight check for me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
You're looking for remnants of.
Well, yeah, like knowing it potentially was a dog before.
Yeah,
Is
instead
it
of a
acting
human.
in some way? Like, it's not like standing up,
Make an insight
waving at
roll.
us and saying,
Worst.
"Hello there." 11.
It doesn't act like a dog.
Yeah.
It's on all 4s.
That's the worst one.
This is a
That's the
tusk
worst.
situation, basically. Yeah, we're tusking it. Don't Google that.
Okay.
Well, you seem like a very nice family.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please, you should come in. It is dangerous out there.
Oh, we know.
It's dangerous out here.
I don't want to go in, Gruff. Did you ever Did you ever meet the person who was in the chamber across from you? No. Were you even aware?
We have been here a long time. Our family.
Did anyone visit you?
The servants, they would come by. Sometimes they would come to tend to the garden.
What's so special about the garden?
It is marvelous. Would you like to see? It is beautiful.
I think God, Ophelia's like feeling so much pity for these creatures right now, with all the Frida stuff.
Kim really wants to go in.
You guys haven't gone in yet, right?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
are
we're in the
outside,
corridor.
right? Are you in the corridor or are you
Well,
outside?
outside the door.
Outside.
I guess.
Yeah, outside
Yeah.
the door. Like, you can see that, like, friend, like, is like peering, like its little like spider face. It's like looking at you, and it like takes a few steps forward and then immediately scuttles back. And there's almost this like they want to come closer, but all of them are like hesitant to like go too far like out from their chamber.
This is all they've seen for. I mean, if they're saying they've been here for a long time as well, that means from even the previous visitation of the vault, which is like hundreds of years maybe.
But also like there's clearly no way to track time in here.
True.
Right,
yeah.
there's like there's not even like the walls are covered in like foliage and like these weird alien plants. I mean, like also to clarify, looking around, none of you recognize the fauna of this place. Like or fauna or flora. Like this is nothing is from Altheya in this place. You know, like from what you can see sort of from your angle in the far corner of the room, maybe kind of hidden by some of the shadows, there is this tremendously beautiful bulbed plant that has almost gemstone-like buds on its fronds and leaves, like tiny rubies instead of berries, and glistening turquoise, or aquamarine flowers made of crystal.
Would you like to come out here if you've never been?
We must not. The servants do not. They would not be happy.
We've been out here.
You can see that, like, friend.
I would like to. No.
Scurries back.
Oh, we'll keep you safe.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I want to do the whole like closing
elevator doors.
Yeah.
And just red.
17.
17. Mother sort of looks.
You are not servants. What are you? How? Perhaps it is. Can we?
You see, child is like, perhaps we can leave. Perhaps we are free.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see any of these side chips on them?
Yeah. Perception roll, please.
4 plus 7.
So 11.
11.
I think because they're like, even if these things were humanoids long ago, and you kind of think they were, they're so transformed. Like, there is so little of the only one is Child, who still has a vaguely humanoid torso, and you can't, just because like the way their wings are like their wings are beating, you can't get a good look at their heads or their bodies. Like, very hard to see. You can't see if any of them have a side chip.
Where are you from? Before this room, before the forest.
Before there was wood and stone and warm and something blue. I can't.
Okay.
Begins to like almost like turn in on itself as it's trying to remember something.
Focus on the flowers. Focus on
The flowers. They are beautiful.
Yes, and yes.
You must come and see them. You are friends. You are true friends. Precious friends, you do not wish to hurt the family.
Oh, goodness.
No, we
Then
don't
you
want
are
to
guests.
hurt the family.
Guests, yes, guests. Yes, guests. Yes,
Will the family hurt us?
What? You've mentioned hunger. Are you hungry?
No, we have fed. We are not hungry. But we have. Are you hungry?
What food are you serving?
Delicious food inside.
What kind?
Food? The food we have?
Is it meat or fish or...
Meat.
Right.
Yes.
We've had plenty.
Oh, you know what?
Right?
Yeah.
To the brim.
We just ate.
I'm a
Unfortunately,
vegetarian.
It was, yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't eat anymore.
When was the last time you had food?
Oh. Well, long? Short? Long?
Does
Remember, it said that the most dangerous things were on this level.
What does an average day look like for your family?
We smell the flowers. We sing songs.
Oh, what songs do you sing?
Would you like to hear?
we don't know about the songs.
Well, is it? Do you sing in common? Is it like how you're talking to us now? Or?
No, but there is sound and music.
Well, I bet it's very nice, but we're trying to find a way out of here.
Way out?
Yes. Well, do you remember how you got in?
You remember. Long ago. Way out, yes. In, come.
They sort of
To believe the way
like gesture into their room.
The flower will know.
Okay. Well, it's been real. Like maybe let us. We're just going to talk out here for a second.
You should come in.
We should. We won't.
You should come in.
Maybe we should just, I could close this off and then we just never speak of this ever again. Is that a good idea?
I really want to go in.
Yes, Tom does too. But Xanthius... Actually, you know what? I take that back. I do not want to go in there. I want nothing to do with this room.
I'm surprised you haven't said fireball, to be honest.
Can I ask? I think that the answer for some of you is yes. How many of you look like you are about to like walk away? Like
I'm
you
ready
are like
to,
backing away.
I'm
from
ready
this
to
place.
raise the red orb and literally
Okay.
just close this place off.
Okay.
Because we are all still
50-50.
Yeah.
we're still beyond the threshold, right?
You are still beyond the threshold,
I'm
Jack.
barely even looking in the room anymore.
You're
I'm
just like-
no.
I'm probably nearest the front because I was speaking to them, and I'm probably
Sure.
staring
In that
at
case, can you
weird-ass
place
baby.
yourselves where you would roughly be?
Yeah, so put me at the front. Pascal and Percy at the back.
let me bring out the family as well.
Oh, you've been holding out on us this whole time?
Oh, we love
So here's mother.
No.
Here's mother, Tom.
Mother's cute.
Nope.
Here you go. I'll just put them pointing towards the camera.
His
For
father.
podcast listeners. Ah! That's all you need to know.
His father.
Oh, look, it's Puppy.
His child.
Oh, look, there's Child. Okay.
His friend.
My friend.
This is my favourite guy. His dog.
I like dog.
Okay.
I like dog.
There's friend and there is dog.
And then his baby.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't like them.
And then baby.
How have you got these?
These minis are unbelievably.
Child is the fly, right?
Yeah, they'll fly with the spear.
waspies.
Yes, yeah.
But these are all like facing towards.
They
the
they
end
are all
of the
sort of
hallway.
like like around that entrance, facing towards you. Mother in the middle.
Baby next to
Baby
father.
Yeah.
is the vase.
Dog just plodding around.
Yeah.
And friend.
Dog's probably in front of father. In fact, actually,
What was friend again? Friend was the.
friend is like the spider.
Fuck me.
Yeah, friend is a scorpion-like one.
Yeah.
But yes, we are. At least me and Daisy are towards the back. I'm ready to orb this door.
Okay, just to
I
clarify
think-
where everyone is.
Pascal and Percy are right at the back. I don't know. I feel like they'd be trailing behind.
Oh, Percival will be
Percival's
next to
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Okay.
And that's all Percival will ever be. It's always next to Ophelia. If you would like Pascal to be at the back, somebody would need to be keeping him there. Because I would say otherwise he tries to get as close to Gruff as possible. If left to his own, or actually no, if he's left to his own devices, he just sits on the floor.
It's basically me, Pascal, Daisy, then next row is Ophelia and Percy, and then Rowan and Gruff at the front. Is that where you want to be? Near the front? Or by the door?
That is a no. That is a no.
Okay.
I'm here now. Rowan is here now.
Yeah.
And he's like backing up, but there's people behind him. Okay. Percy being one of them, which is another scary thing.
There is space to move.
Yeah.
Gruff staring at the baby. Gruff can't stop staring at the
Sorry,
baby.
why were you asking that anyway?
No, just curious to know what was the kind of vibe of the team and what people were thinking.
Can Rowan like be looking into the room whilst this conversation's going on?
Yeah. What are you looking for? Anything in particular? You just want to look around, have a little looky?
Looking for the flower they keep talking about.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
I know it's quite verdant in there, so it may be hard to see. 18.
18. There's a lot of flowers and things in there, Rowan. You kind of peering around, you think you can see that sort of looking sort of up, from the corner, the back corners, up in the corners, you see these giant sort of husks, like beehives of slime with holes and little gaps and stuff in it. Looks like nests, maybe that they sort of live in, maybe. In the farthest back corner of the whole room is this large bulb-like plant that's closed up. It's like all closed up, and that's the one that has these fronds with all these like gemstone growths on it, like flowers, but they are pure gemstones. And you see rubies, you see aquamarines, you see all sorts of different colored gemstones.
They're
topaz.
distinctly different from the rods and spheres that we have.
Yeah.
We don't need money.
With an 18, you also see some corpses.
Yep, that checks out.
Not of people.
Sorry, I just love the way you said that. Like we just caught you in the middle of something. I love some corpse.
What are you doing there, Mark?
But these aren't people corpses, not adventurers or people like yourselves. You see half-eaten other insect creatures that look suspiciously like child and friend, like versions of them.
Cool.
I think.
Yes,
Is that the time?
That's yes. Time for us to.
The servants are asking us to go back to our room now.
Go back. No.
Mother, as you raise the orb up, as you're like just about to launch it through, Mother lets out this horrific droning sound with her wings. The wings beat and it kind of blasts out this horrendous drone. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Oh no, I'm
And I have a +1 because of my cloak.
Gee.
I should.
But do you have
doing
any
-1.
minus? Oh no, because of your thing.
God damn it, Percy.
Percy is missing.
Percy will be immune to this effect, actually.
Oh.
Good for him. Stole my nat 20.
Oh, I see. I thought he rolled low.
No, you're stealing my nat 20s.
He's fine.
Daisy.
19.
Success. Xanthias.
24.
Success.
19.
19 success.
16.
16 success.
Oh.
9.
Ophelia is a fail.
And then Percy is a success. Oh, what about
Luckily, Xanthias, the main thing is Xanthias succeeds.
Yeah.
Because as you do, this droning kind of emanates like a pulse wave out. And Ophelia, this droning immediately sends you to sleep. You are knocked unconscious. Like you just fall to the ground completely out cold.
Oh my.
Not like 0 hit points, but like unconscious, the condition. Xanthias, you kind of blink your way through it. Or the whole family like rushes to try and grab you. You just door, and then the red comes up, and you immediately hear like
side of the door.
it goes silent.
Okay, we are not going in that room.
That room is bad time.
Ophelia?
No.
Ophelia?
She's doing the hunk shoo me.
She's just asleep. Percival, are you able to wake Ophelia up?
Sister Ophelia? And he will use his action to basically wake you up.
Did I die?
You didn't die. They didn't die. They charged us. They tried to put us to sleep. We are not going anywhere near that room.
I mean, the fact that you guys were just nowhere near going to go in that room, I was like, yeah.
No way.
I know some people wanted to.
I don't think that baby was a baby.
I don't think that dog was a dog.
What did we just see?
That was a weird looking baby.
I don't think they were...
I know you're not meant to say that. I know you're not meant to say that when
ugly
someone...
baby. It was an ugly baby.
That was a weird looking baby.
I actually put in our Discord after last week's episode, I was like, oh, there's weirder stuff in the
That's what that was. We can leave now, Tom. We've done the hundred.
There's other cool stuff in here. That was just the weird
I don't even think they were part of Altheya. They were something else entirely.
Just a reminder, that's the kind of thing that they want to do to all of us. Just.
I glance at Gruff's chest prism again.
Let's get a move on.
Yes, please.
But good news is there's no more subjects. Weirdly, there was 6 of them. Should have been 5. But
Shut up.
3, 4, 5.
We weren't on the floor at the
6.
time of this.
no, maybe ask.
Pascal.
Maybe ask how many subjects are on the lower floor.
Oh no, I was just looking at how many of us there are of us and of them. And
They don't look like they
does
had
that
any way
make me
of.
father?
What does that make me? I don't want to think about that. I'd probably be baby.
I'd be baby.
But there's no more subjects down on the lower floor.
Well, we don't know. There wasn't before, but there might be now. We should ask.
There could also be servants and
Yeah.
entities that don't come up as subjects.
We should ask for an
Do
update.
you want to ask Gruff, or do you want me to do it?
What am I asking? Sorry, I'm still
How many
thinking
subjects are on the lower floor?
little dog.
Hopefully it will say 11.
Excuse me, how many subjects are on the lower floor? Got nothing.
No,
There
he's
are
doing
7.
Oh.
There are
7.
currently 7 subjects on the lower floor.
Oh, 6 of them and 1 of me.
Wait. Yes. Yes. How many living entities on the lower floor?
How many living entities are on the lower floor?
Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop.
There are 10 living entities on the lower floor.
It says there are
Percy
10.
doesn't count.
Percy doesn't
Oh,
count.
I didn't add you guys again.
Pascal. Wait,
Wait,
what?
he's still
Hang on.
What do you fucking mean, dude?
Dude.
There's I think there's 8 of us because I've also got Boro.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um,
Well, Percival doesn't
We're a
count.
big
so
party.
7 of you.
yeah,
So
and we also are going to get 8.
So before he added us, there was 10. So
there are 16 living entities.
16, apparently.
it's a lot more than there was before.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7. There's 7 of us. 9. How are there more?
4 of the weird eye buggers.
No, they're gone. Wait,
Percival doesn't count.
Percival doesn't count, but you're right. Maybe they have recovered those ones and they are.
Repairing them.
But where? Where, Gruff? Where?
How about we go look at another wide...
Yes, please. Yes, go
Okay, okay, let's just everyone crowd around his console here. Oh, by the way, tube works. Okay, let's put the red in here. I'll put the yellow on that. Wait, no. Yellow first, then red.
To make...
So, sorry.
Yellow keystone into the plinth.
Yep.
And then the red orb onto that.
Oh, interesting. So you put the yellow keystone and then the red orb.
Yeah.
It injects the color in. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, it creates a orange sphere.
Okay, orb out, keystone out. Orange orb. Orange door.
I mean, it can't be as bad as what we saw
Don't
in
say
there.
it, Gruff. Don't say it.
Could absolutely be.
Just cursed it.
Why would you do that? Okay, imagine the worst thing possible. It's a family of plants.
It's the baby.
It's the baby, it's the dog, it's the father.
Me not becoming
Dog was cute.
Lord
Come on.
of the Undead.
Dog's
I
cute.
quite like the dog.
That's the worst thing.
It's the
You
dog
not
that...
becoming that.
Yes.
So you're
That's the
currently
worst
right now living your worst life because you're not right there now.
Well, it's, it's ground floor, and anything, it can get better from here.
It can only get better from
No,
here.
no,
It can only get better!
Things
Things can only get better!
To be honest,
That
it was...
famous Altheya enactment, guys.
I didn't know they had that in Osseous. They must have done it all.
That is not
I have absolutely
non-canonical.
no idea who wrote that song.
Non-fucking canonical. Do you open the orange door?
Battle stations. Everyone ready?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the dog that moved like a human.
Orange door.
No.
The orange door opens into a short corridor. You can reveal that. Just again, remember that the upper floor is not the same as the lower floor. This chamber, the corridor, shorter and tighter, this 10-foot corridor leads about 15 feet in, then opens into a large rectangular chamber with a raised platform in its center with an orrery, the kind of planetarium kind of orrery.
Orrery?
An orrery. Of crystalline rings and devices surrounding it. So imagine this kind of 3D circle, like orb of different rings all circling one another, kind of built around a raised platform with a few steps leading up to it. Crystal slabs, pulsing with colored hexagons and shapes, blink rapidly around this device and seem to have some sort of diagram or some sort of imagery on them. Along the two far sides of the walls are glass cabinets, which seem to contain strange, writhing organisms, tentacles, eyeballs, alien-looking insects. All still, I should say, they're not actually writhing. They're actually all perfectly, they're preserved, like a museum, you would have, objects in a museum on display.
Oh, this is a crowning achievement.
And you can see, alongside, there are also two humanoid-shaped creatures behind the glass, with tentacles sprouting from their shoulders, dressed in elaborate robed skirts, their arms kind of crossed and placed behind the glass cabinets as well, their eyes closed, almost held there. It gives you there's almost a kind of gallery or like display cabinet essence to these two walled glass walls. There's a short, like I said, there's this raised platform, short set of steps that lead up to this device in the middle, which has these like diagrams displaying something on in the middle.
Just reminds me of Alien 4 when they go in the room with all the test tube Ripley's.
A little kind of, but less grotesque than that. Like the insects and things like that are preserved in the glass spheres, and like these eye stalks and tentacles and tendrils and things like that. They're almost all separated. It's like almost like having an organism between two, like in a petri dish, like between two plates of glass, and then put under a microscope. It's like that kind of essence to it.
Lovely. This is all very normal.
This is all, I mean, more normal than the last place, at least. Barely. Do we want to go in?
His face.
Daisy is just no longer
It's just not here.
speaking. She's no
Daisy's
longer
not here.
present.
You're all Nim now.
No, not even.
Is
Just
Nim even
nothing.
saying anything?
No.
If you ask Nim, yeah, she might have something to say. But they might
No,
have something to say.
Nim's. I don't even have the words in my mind to say things.
There's an upside.
What's that?
Oh, goody.
There's no living things that I can see
You don't know that.
coming
That's
up to
those-
greet us.
What are those two buggers over
Yeah,
there?
I mean, they're not moving now.
But neither
They are perfectly still, like prisoners.
For now.
Still.
Maybe ask what the purpose of this room is.
Hello, what is the purpose of this room? It looks fun.
The voice would say, "This chamber is the living armory. It contains the Ascended One's greatest accomplishments."
Gruff just puts a paw on his face.
living armory.
Living
Yeah,
armory.
they called it a living armory and said that this is where it has the Ascended One's greatest accomplishments.
Are the accomplishments able to...
Yes, they should be so proud of themselves. Yes, they've done such a good job of ruining these poor creatures. Well done. Well done.
I don't think Ophelia's okay.
No, she's
I'm not okay. I want to go home.
like turn around
like
and
a song.
Daisy's
I
just...
mean, also, like, obviously this is Ophelia is from the House of Blood, it's very different. I'm not saying that the House of Rot would be much better than these guys.
But at least they have a life, and they
I
can
guess.
go outside.
I guess that's true.
And
Rock
they-
would
they
have loved. They would have loved that head. Surely.
Yeah.
They would have loved that head.
The House of Rot would have loved those insects. They would have. They'd be like, yeah, give us some of them. We want to experiment on them. Anyway,
Is it worth asking if the creatures contained within are able to be... Well, maybe don't ask if they can be reawakened, because it might think of that as a request. Do we take a look?
Rowan's already stepping in.
sure, yeah, Rowan, you step in. As you move in, you get a closer look. Those slabs right around this kind of very impressive-looking machine. It's like a machine of crystal and silvery metals. By this platform with this kind of ringed orrery, and it seems to be able to spiral out and have all sorts of arcane devices attached to it. But the crystal slabs floating around the stairs that lead up to it, you can see the outline of a humanoid shape. And there seems to be some sort of, there's all these different colors. You can't interpret them. But the image shows something almost like an object on that person that then seems to spread out and cover the outline in a sort of protective layer, like a shell or an armor, and then it resets and it resets.
This is very strange. Do you see?
There might be something that would help.
Well, it says living armament, doesn't it? So maybe it...
If there's some device.
Thaddeus, why don't you go step in that thing?
Okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Hey, hold every hand.
How many you got?
3.
The platform is only big enough.
He's one of them.
Only really big enough for one person to stand on.
What can you?
Or is that's one of the platforms?
There's just this one. The picture you can see is the middle floor.
Yeah.
So
There's
there's
just
only
one
one
platform in the middle, which is a big
this
enough for one
thing.
person, with the orrery above it, sort of surrounding it, and then there's the two glass walls on either side.
Are the slabs showing the same animation?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to think of it like that, it's like an animation. But there's no
a
text,
GIF.
it's all just colours. Like,
Right.
there's like bars and
shapes.
hexagons that kind of flick, but it's hard to interpret.
You mean GIF?
From you looking at it, Rowan, I should say.
Got him.
That's good. I like that. Thank you.
It looks like a humanoid. I don't know if you can see this or if I'm just seeing things.
I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
Brian's the only one who's really kind of
I think I'm now like sort of step now.
Yeah,
that-
we'll
Do you have the prism with you?
yeah.
Oh, but you're not holding it.
In
You
his
put it in your
satchel.
bag.
It's in your
It's in his
bag.
bag.
You,
Okay.
probably, you didn't want to touch
Graf, when you look at the screens, you can interpret the flashing of colours. Like that actually translates to like understanding in your mind because of the implant. The implant in your chest. The device, all you really get is a name. There's a lot of like magic words nonsense that you don't really understand. Like it doesn't translate really into your mind. But one thing does come across, and it says armor scarab, protective armor is what it's like. It kind of, you understand that what it is showing is something called an armor scarab, and it is some sort of protective armor.
So this thing here is saying armor scarab
This thing where?
on the screen. The lights and all that is saying protective armor.
I'm not seeing.
Wait, you can.
There's just lights, Gruff.
Yeah,
just
no,
lights.
that's just flickering.
Yeah, like you're seeing the lights as well, Gruff, but you just know what they mean. Like you're like, it's so weird. It's like seeing a language you know you don't speak, and yet being able to understand it perfectly. Like, or not maybe like perfectly, but you're like, I'm pretty sure this means this. Like,
Gruff can speak big Priz.
She can speak Priz.
He.
Kim, you said she. It's he, Gruff.
I'm a big lion man.
I'm just imagining it's Kim.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. Kim would love this place. Don't know who she is. She sounds great.
You can read color.
Yeah, it said maybe. Maybe it's the thingy,
right.
the little priz.
Oh,
Well, that's
The little
fine.
in that
Priz.
case, I will reach into my bag and
Big Priz.
grab Big Priz.
Yeah, when you hold Big Priz, like for Xanthias, because
I love it.
I've accepted it now. Because it's not implanted into you, you have to concentrate more. But holding it, eventually you get the same interpretation as Gruff does. Like you have to kind of hold it and really think, and almost will it magically to like help with this translation. But yeah, you get the same understanding. Armor scarab, protective armor. You would get a bit more because you're a bit more in tune with like arcane magic, and you've studied a bit of artifice in your like workshop. The device, the platform, you get the impression that that is some sort of way of installing this boon or this item or whatever it is, this armor. Maybe it applies the armor or like puts the armor on you or something. The method of acquiring this armor, basically. The device itself, you don't really know much more than that from the cursory glance. Remember, this is a very bizarre alien mind technology, so it's not 100% clear how and why what it does, but this is the kind of impression that you get from it, basically.
Well, we can just leave the room.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Yep.
it does. There's no immediate like creature or threat in here. There just seems to be like a storage room for whatever this thing
Horrors.
is.
Unless anyone wants wants to look like to have some stuff.
No, I'm all right. I'm quite all right.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I just would.
What's up?
I just wondered if Thing could scan you and tell us more about the crown seal in your chest.
I don't think it's going to be a scan thing as much as I step in there, things start prodding at me and taking away bits of me and replacing me with other bits, you know?
I will say, you don't think that that's how it works. You don't think it's gonna like harm you necessarily, like, or like take bits of you away. This device is to apply this armor, but you don't think it's like gonna like rip your arms off or like replace parts of you or anything like that. Like this is a treasure. This is like, you think that this is a proto-magi object
Right.
that you have to acquire through this machine, basically.
So the culmination of all their research has created an armor.
Well, not a
rather
culmination of
than
this. This is an armory of their sort of best stuff that they've made.
Okay.
And this is definitely some sort of protective armor that, yeah, you have all the
I
information.
don't know how above the table this is. Removable armor? Because I'm scared.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything more than what I've said.
Yeah,
Can
okay.
I ask my side chat and say, does the application of this armor involve a surgical procedure?
Inappropriate authorization.
Yeah,
You would not be cleared to know more than that. Then you're lucky that you can glean what you've gleaned.
Computer says no.
Yeah.
Cool. Not cool.
Well, this was a nice room.
It's a nice room.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah. I mean, we could.
While Zan's having a moment, can I just tap some of the? I just want to tap some of the test tube.
You go up to like the glass walls
Yeah.
because it's not
The
test tubes.
specimens.
It's like solid glass wall and then stuff's like sealed behind
Like a
it.
museum.
Like, tunk, tunk, tunk,
Yeah,
tunk.
the specimen.
Yeah, like nothing moves. Like it's all kind of static.
Is there anything we recognize in any of the creatures that we've seen, like a tendril or a fang or
Nothing
mushroom?
you really recognize, no.
Oh, so then
Even like the humanoid figures, they're taller. They're like maybe like 7-8 feet tall. They have like these powerful looking tentacles like that come out of their shoulders. Their hands are like clasped. They're wearing these like armored skirts. Their eyes are closed, but they have vaguely humanoid faces. They're sort of pressed in, like preserved. Like you would have like a mummy or something behind a glass display cabinet or something. The other objects seem to almost be like these kind of like black vein-like organisms, I would call them, sort of like squished flat. Kind of a little bit, honestly, like the some of it looks almost like a little bit like the Venom symbiote, like smushed, right? Then there's like an eyeball with a tendril stalk, and the eye has like a faint bluish glow to it, like, and it's sealed behind it.
And there's nothing vaguely recognizable.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Cool room. I like this room.
No one looking for any armor? Good. Okay, good.
I feel like it would be maybe useful for
Hey.
you, but
It's too high a risk.
I don't know what it will do, but
Exactly.
that's the entire point of coming into this place, right?
Anything that we've seen being done so far has been horrible.
The loot goblin is sad. You've made the
Well,
loot gremlin sad.
There is a part of me, right? Like all of the other rooms have been experimentation rooms, whereas this is almost like
A display.
Yeah.
like
I
a
would also say
tribute.
the diagram of the armor would the amount that it's covering and the stuff, you can see like there's regimenting in the plates and things like that. You can see it's clearly like a suit of armor, basically, like kind of being applied to this humanoid figure shape. It would be roughly the equivalent of half plate armor, which is medium armor. It's quite good medium armor as well.
That's how.
So obviously, but that means that like for Xanthias, like he can't wear it. Like medium armor,
Yeah.
spellcasters can't wear medium armor, or you have to be trained in it. It's a lot of feats and training and stuff like that.
Who can?
Varian can't wear armor.
You can, you just don't get your thingy. It depends on what like your dex and con bonuses are. Like it might actually be better to wear armor in some
light
cases.
armor.
Light armor for Daisy.
Light medium.
Light medium. So Gruff could wear it because it's medium armor, half plate.
I have a rod chain, which is special.
Yeah, you've got your special chain. So I think Ophelia and Gruff are the only two that can wear it. Like Ophelia, this would basically give you, I think, half plate. I think it's AC. This is AC 17 plus up to 2 dex.
Oh,
So it
man.
would be like 80. It would be 19 AC
Oh, that's really good.
with half plate.
Oh, that'd be so good. Shit.
I can't
think-
do it.
No, yeah.
So
I mean, I'm just. I want you to be informed so that you can make an informed decision.
Well, I think most of us are in agreement we can't use this armor, right? Right? No one can move freely in armor this big, this sort of size.
what?
I could, but I've already got this Dalaran's Last Duty
Okay,
special armor, which I've worn in now. It's not chafing as much.
that's true. Now, we don't know for certain whether or not this thing upgrades armor Or more applies it.
Replaces your skin with
Or replaces your skin with carapace and bone and flesh and things.
Well, you said it wasn't invasive, though.
It doesn't. Well, it doesn't.
It doesn't take bits of you away.
It doesn't remove stuff.
It could put someone else.
It could
Words? Use your
yes.
It could put someone else's chest on yours that has plate.
Isn't that basically what armor is?
Yeah.
But there's flesh in between.
Well, there is flesh in between. Yes, you're right. But I get the impression that this room, unlike the rest of this place so far, at least, is for the proto-magi rather than, you know.
No, it's one of their accomplishments. It could be for anybody. It
But-
could be just like a nice, neat treasure. We've heard about all the treasures. Maybe this is one of them.
But how much do these ascended ones wish to experiment on themselves? How much do they want to change
Well, I
it
feel like
themselves?
they've had a lot of time and they've done that to everyone else. So
That's what I mean.
now they don't.
Maybe
have
this
to.
is.
I don't know, but I
Anyway,
can't wear it anyway.
this
so.
is beyond me anyway. Hey, look, I have an orb. I can
Ophelia
close this
is
door.
so close.
I can close this door, and then we.
I think
don't need to look
Gruff's
at this
pretty
room.
close looking at Kim. Well, no, I think Kim is like,
Stuff it
I
in
would
there.
say.
Stuff it
But
in
Gruff is maybe the one who's like, I'm not sure about this. But like, Kim is like,
Hey, once everyone is out of this room, I'm closing it. We're never looking
And we'll
back.
never see this treasure ever
And we'll
again.
never come down here ever again. As a reminder, after this door, we have to go upstairs again, unless we can figure out the prism door.
And also, once we've left this place,
Yes.
we'll never see this vault ever
The vault
again.
will vanish,
again
and we
in
will
our
never see it again.
And it will never come about after this
Nope.
specific moment
The
in
moment
time.
everyone leaves this corridor here,
I'm
and goes
already
back
out.
into
I'm
here,
already out the corridor.
door closed.
I'm gone.
Can I roll for a check? Can I make a roll?
what for?
I don't know. Just
You want what to see if you
it's
give
a
in
reroll.
to.
I feel. Here's my thing. I feel like it would be so.
Think of what
nice.
Ophelia would do, right?
It would be so nice to have that 19 AC, but also it's an affront. It's.
Is it?
Why?
It'd be like wearing like a badge saying.
I'm cool with.
I'm cool with proto magi shit.
Does is it?
For
I don't know.
Ophelia, it'd feel like that.
Well, then
like,
don't do it then.
19 AC, dude.
Yeah, but
And it is a game, so you could just. I think you can justify it. Like Ophelia's, like
take it off.
one of Ophelia's things is like to get here and be more powerful, to serve the Grave Father better.
mind, we do also have a Void Star ring. We have spells, like stones.
They were from nice vaults, though.
They are proto magi relics.
I have a coat that turned a button into a dog.
What's happening here? You seem to be staring at the.
Look, when I died, and I promised the Grey Father I would continue the journey, I would praise his name, and having a nice set of armor would ensure that I could do that for longer. But it's proto-magi armor. Well, I don't know, it's proto-magi armor. I hate what they're doing here. I don't want to wear it, but I can. But my mission. Logically, my mission is telling me to, in interest of self-preservation, I can't speak. I'm just saying,
Ophelia.
if I'm here longer, I can spread the Great Father's teaching longer. Armor would help me do that. Hello.
You could cover it with something with the Grey Father on.
Oh, I could redesign it. I could
offer you
just cover it.
something that. Well, I went into a vault, and something got put into me. And if I had a choice, which I didn't before, I think I would have this again.
Would you? That's interesting.
I don't know what happened, but the result of what happened allows me to connect with the planet.
I have something to add.
Yes.
It could be red.
Yes, it could be red.
Like blood
What if
and
it's
stuff.
not red, though?
It could be blue. It could be blue.
Could be blue.
Could clash.
Speaking of, Gruff, you haven't left the room with the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, I am standing quite close to
It's tempting, isn't it?
very tempting. I just think, I need to protect and
There's a lot more to protect now, especially with Squire Pascal. Yes.
What if you both go in, you get fused together, but one big armor around you both?
Like I said, I don't
sounds
think
horrendous.
this thing.
No.
Why would you say such a thing?
Sorry.
I don't think this thing is going to alter you too much. Like I said, I don't
I don't
believe
want to
that
be altered and perfect as I
proto-magi.
am.
I don't think the proto-magi experimented on themselves, is what I'm saying. This is the result of their accomplishments, and they would wish to display this like armor, like regular, ordinary Althean armor.
And if we don't have it, some other schmuck might take it, and then
Exactly,
You know,
and they probably don't have
they'd
honorable
waste
intentions.
it.
They'd waste it.
They'd waste it.
Idiots.
Yes.
Also, you can protect me more if you have more armor.
Well, we're gonna wait
so
by
we
the
assume.
door,
I'm just gonna wait by the door too. Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
good idea.
and then
Fine. Fine.
Well, we never actually moved everyone in.
No, but I'm going to do that now.
Well, we are at the
I'm
door,
next to the
just
machine.
watching Ophelia and Gruff.
Rowan sounds
flip
like
a
he's
coin
in there
for
as
it.
well.
Yeah, where are you, Rowan?
Rowan said,
Oh,
at the door.
Ophelia, I
I'm
already.
walking backwards now towards the door.
I took the cloak, and if you don't want this, I'll. I mean, I've already got a chip in my chest.
We can change the color of the cloak.
Decisions. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this?
Do you
Would
read?
you like my advice as a
Yeah.
DM and experienced player?
Sage, guide me.
I think more interesting things happen when you do things than when you don't do
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Out of interest,
But-
Ophelia, mechanically, if we want to go mechanical with it, do you lose anything wearing armor being a barbarian?
No, you can still use all your abilities. You just lose unarmored defense, but I don't think your con's high enough for it to be strong
Doesn't
enough.
matter. Unarmored defense is only good enough if your strength, or if your
Sex
score
and
is,
con,
is,
yeah.
is high enough to warrant it.
My base AC is 15.
Yeah.
With
I also,
defense.
I don't want to forget, Gruff is also like
Yeah.
thinking about it too.
Yeah?
No, if Ophelia doesn't do it, Gruff's gonna do it.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't pressure you in any way. Like, I don't want to be like, yum, 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 I'm taking everything.
Gruff's AC is pretty good when you've got armor on, isn't it?
It's 15 at the moment, 17 with Armor of Oak and Thorn.
But you're wearing like hide armor because you just not bought
Yeah.
better armor, I don't think.
I have a shield. Yeah, because I had to give back the nice
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff. What am I wearing?
Well, I am just going to check, make sure that like you don't lose anything.
Hide.
I think the only thing you really technically have is the lion sort of pauldron,
Yeah,
right?
which is
But,
just aesthetic.
yeah.
It's cool as hell.
So if you want to,
I just have hide.
like either way, the armor's getting taken. So if you don't,
Yeah,
want
basically,
it-
as long as you don't wear heavy armor, which this isn't, you don't lose anything apart from unarmored defense, which would be lower anyway.
Yeah.
So
Let's flip a coin.
Oh, hold on.
Does anyone have a coin?
Yes, I've got a bronze one
Sophia
ready
doesn't.
for.
I spent all my coins. I spent all my coins. Okay.
all right, 1 to 3 Ophelia, 4 to 5 Gruff.
Sure.
1.
Ophelia.
Okay, I suppose the coin is decided.
Well, when it landed, did that make you feel good or bad?
Let's not get into the semantics of feelings.
It's now Coin's fault.
Coin's fault. Coin
Yes.
decide. Ophelia now take.
Okay, all right.
Simple as that.
In that case, I suggest we all just back away.
Greyfather willed it. There we go.
Thanks, Greyfather.
Thank you, Greyfather. Praise the Greyfather.
If, of course, we want to diminish all of your incredible power to
Don't.
a coin.
Don't.
Well, I'm just saying.
Don't.
It's stronger than a coin.
Xanthius.
That's what you're making it worse.
Are you getting in this thing?
Gruff's just
I
walked past and
suppose
gets him.
I'm getting in this thing.
Okay. Gruff, are you staying there?
Yeah, just in
Rowan,
case.
you were walking back. Okay. Ophelia, you step up the steps, a few short steps, as you step onto the platform.
See, if I scream, pull me out of this.
When it detects a person standing there, the orrery comes to life,
Oh God, what have I done?
dropping rings to surround you, and then it begins to rotate around you. Things begin to reach out as you become restrained, as it grips your arms and legs, kind of locking you in place.
I'm gonna be flayed.
And different arcane devices begin to scan and jab into you, kind of leaving, sort of injecting things or like medically. You immediately take 5 points of damage as you are being sort of like.
You said it was non-invasive!
I said it doesn't take anything away. It's not like ripping out flesh.
Oh, Daisy, I miss her already.
As you see a arm, like a kind of crystalline sort of arm-like device kind of reaches out and it is holding a sort of beetle-like scarab made of like a dark black grey crystal. And it is basically going to...
Where's that going?
Where
Where's that
going? Well, I'm going to give you, Rhiannon, the player choice. You can either have it chest or like in a forearm or in the back of your neck. Where would you aesthetically like this thing to go? And then it will decide. And then we'll decide.
Right on
where
the
it goes.
snoot.
Right on the nose.
Over
Yeah,
the
right in
eyes.
the middle of the face.
Don't worry, I've got something for the rest of you in a minute. Don't
Back
worry.
of the neck.
mean?
Back of the neck.
So he like moves the back and it's going towards the back of your neck.
Don't fuck me.
The rest of you, you immediately see that the panels with that diagram begin to flash. Violent colours, dark reds, flashing immediately. As Gruff and Percival, you notice this first. Rowan, you kind of turn as you're just about to leave because you hear the glass on the sides crack as two creatures.
Yeah, I knew
emerge.
No! No!
If you can move that down there, please. As the two humanoid figures.
What was that noise? No!
That's initiative, please, everybody. Also, on my timing straight off, we got 10 minutes. So let's just get this initiative.
Okay.
Cool. Good. I rolled a 1.
Wait, are you at disadvantage?
I don't know what's happening.
that
Where am I?
That's Percy.
Well, you're
Be all right.
fucked.
I'm so fucked.
All we heard was a smash. That was it. We haven't actually seen.
I'm -1 on the initiative.
So yes, Daisy and Xanthias, you guys are out in the corridor. You've heard this horrible noise, the smashing of glass, and this kind of horrid kind of like.
Man, Ophelia sounds fucked up now.
I did change her.
I will remember.
Gruff runs out. Shut the room!
Daisy,
5.
Xanthias.
I rolled a 1.
15.
15. Ruffus.
10.
Rowan.
6 if it's -1.
Yeah, would be.
It
Ophelia.
actually says -2 for all exhaustion levels.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. What was that? 1?
4.
4. Percival.
Percy got a 13.
Okay.
God, King.
Percy's killing it.
I know. Dude.
We should have put Percy in there. He would have had some armor.
Good try.
He's got armor. He's got like plate. Have you?
Yeah, he's got
Good
chainmail.
try.
Chainmail.
These two creatures
They go first.
immediately
Oh,
come
no.
rushing. This one, yeah, it would go for Percy. This is the other one. Can you move towards Gruff for me, please? As they are going to rush towards the nearest creatures they can
Pincer attack.
and
Yeah.
attack them. Yeah, they are going to. As they approach you, their kind of clawed hands are going to reach out to strike you, as well as the two tentacles from their shoulders are going to strike you as well.
I was worried that these were those
Gruffith.
mind flayers.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
mind flare.
24 to
Maybe
hit you
they're
on the
made
first one.
Just a wee bit.
7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled as one of its tentacles wraps around you. Its second attack is only an 11 to hit.
Does not.
Then it is going to. It is actually going to do a vitality drain as it has grappled you. So can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Don't like that.
Constitution. 15.
15 is a success. You take no damage as it tries to kind of drain your life. And then lastly, it's just going to try and kind of punch you with its fist
Dude.
for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
6 points of damage.
Should have taken the armor.
Then Percival, sadly. The first attack against Percival is a 16.
Just hits.
Just hits. Is that with his shield? Or...
It's 18 with a shield.
Oh, has he not got his shield out at the moment?
I haven't commanded him to put it out yet.
Okay, so he's got his two-handed halberd. Okay, so the first one does hit. He is also grappled. He takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage. The next attack is only a 10 to hit Percival.
Yeah, doesn't hit.
They try to vitality drain Percival. It has no effect on him. Let's get it, man. And then they try to punch him, and that is going to hit with a 25. So that's another 6 points of bludgeoning damage to Percy as they slam into him. That is, there goes.
This music's great.
Xanthias.
What would it take to close the door? I'm holding the orange orb.
Well,
Obviously. Is it an action, bonus action? I'm on that, not right now, for future reference. Is it an action, bonus
It'd be an action. It'd be a use
Full
object
action.
to interact action.
Everyone, get out of here right now. I'm going to close the door. And I'll hold action. Close door.
Okay.
When everyone is out. I'll back up a bit as well, actually.
Yeah,
Do I know the range on this?
You have to be within sort of like 10, 15 feet. I'd say 10 feet.
I will just sit here so that people can have a route to get out.
Okay.
And once everyone is out, I close the door.
All right, Percival.
Everyone being us.
yeah,
Really
that's
is
currently
still in the
grappled.
contraption.
So is Percival.
Percy's just going to defend Ophelia for now, I think.
Yep. So it's going to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going
Is
to do.
Ophelia still restrained?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. She's literally held like Iron Man in the device when he first puts on the Iron Man suit. It's like, but it's like jabbing things into her, and this thing is like drilling into the back of her neck now.
Drilling.
It's like embedding this scarab into her neck.
Is it wearing metal?
This creature, no.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Okie dokie, and this is slashing with both hands. That's the wrong dice. I'm an Egypt. 7, 10.
10 points of damage, yeah. Percy cleaves a heavy blow against this thing. As it kind of takes this staggering blow, knocking it back. It seems to hurt it quite badly.
Nice one, Percy.
Anything else from Percy?
No, he's going to defend Ophelia for now until she can get out.
Alrighty. Gruff.
I will panic slightly. No, it's okay. Oh shit. I would like to activate the Armor of Oak and Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bonus action.
That's my. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit. I'm gonna hit.
Okay.
9 to hit.
9 to hit is unfortunately not enough. This creature sort of nimbly dodges to the side. Definitely seems to be very, very agile, this creature, possessing a sort of superhuman agility as it dodges to the side.
I've got nothing else.
That's nothing else. After Gruffith, we then go to a Rowan.
Ophelia!
Rowan!
Okay, you're still conscious.
It's drilling in my neck!
She looked like she's... Oh, yeah, she's in pain.
I mean, small. It's 5 points of damage. It's not pleasant.
No.
I'm going to shout, "Get away from them," and cast Dissonant Whispers on the left-hand side.
So the one Percy attacked?
Or left from Rowan's point of view.
So the one that Gruff's attacked. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll do that at 3rd level, so that's a Wisdom save of 14.
Fail, 12.
Diplodocus. 3d6 psychic damage, and then they have to use their reaction to run
Move
away.
away. Yep.
Give me this.
You take.
Did you upcast it, or did you cast it at first level?
I said 3rd level.
So is it extra damage?
Yes. Thank you.
It's all right.
So what is it now?
So its base is
3d6.
it starts at first level, so it's actually 2 more d6.
Yeah.
Many thanks.
All right.
It's good because I rolled pretty bad otherwise. 13.
13 points of psych damage, and then it uses its reaction to run away from Gruff. So Gruff, you do get an opportunity attack. Can you move him trot into the far corner, please?
Basically where he came from.
Okay, there's enough movement to get all the way. 14 to hit is not enough, unfortunately. Even as he runs away, you are unable to land a strike. Anything else, Roman, on your turn? If not, Daisy is up next, and then Ophelia.
Bonus action, healing word on Ophelia.
Oh, thank you.
Just 1st level. But it's still...
You...
Spell.
Yeah, the only other spell you can cast this turn is a cantrip, because you've already cast a spell slot. You can, you can bonus action healing word and then a cantrip, or you can.
It's fine.
Okay. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
All right.
Thank you.
Daisy, sorry.
Can I scooch to the left so I can have a line of sight? Just until I have a line of sight on the one next to
I would say
Lucy?
you have to get into the room. You can't do it from out of the
Can
room.
I step? I'd probably have a line of sight of him.
I would say from there you do, yeah.
That's 15 feet to do that. Oh, no, it's 10 feet.
I will take shoot a radiant blade at the one next to
Percy, you?
That's not going to hit, probably. That's a 14.
14 is not enough. It barely just manages to dodge out of the way.
Try and hit it again.
Yes, bonus action.
That's the same fucking roll.
Stinky dice.
Yep, no, I do. I'm going to then back up again and
This
go
one-
back to where I was.
Sure. This one seems cautious, having been hit by Percival. Is a bit too cautious for you to strike. Ophelia, you are still restrained, unfortunately. At the start of your turn, you take another 5 points of damage. As you are now attuned to this item. It forcibly attunes. It is not activated yet, though, so there's no current effect. But you are restrained and in this device.
Like a hold on for another bit kind of deal.
Yeah. Can I just like rage just to try and?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, absolutely. You're taking damage. Absolutely. Yeah. So you just you feel like the rage build in you, and you almost feel
Good boy.
as that rage pulses through your body, almost like a presence that's like with you.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Anything else on
again.
your turn, Ophelia?
Oh, shit.
That's all I can. Or I can try and. There's no. Try and break out, but
Do you want to?
yeah, go on then.
Okay. You have advantage.
Suggest strength.
This would be an athletics check. Yes. Acrobatics will not help you on this one because you're like physically like restrained.
17.
17 is not enough to break free, unfortunately. Very close. You actually feel like some of the silvery metal, like you hear that metal stretching sound. Some of the crystal cracks a little bit, but just a little bit more, and you would have had it, but not this round.
So like, why do you keep hurting people? So like,
Yeah, I love
break
it.
out.
The creature, the one that ran away, it used its reaction. It moved away. It can move closer, though, I assume, from the spell. So it's going to move back in, this time towards you, Rowan, because you were the one that hurt it last time. It has 40 feet of movement, so I think it can get to you. The other one is going to strike Percival. It hits Percival with its first attack for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second one is going to miss Percival. It tries to Vitality Drain again, but it doesn't have any effect on Percival. And then its last attack is only a 14, which actually misses Percival. So he takes like one tentacle slap, he blocks the next one, the halberd. The creature has like one tentacle wrapped around him and tries to like drain life force from him, but it just has no effect. Percival like looks down, confused.
Nice.
And then he blocks another attack. Rowan. The first attack is a 14 against you.
Does not hit.
Second attack is an 11 to hit you, so both tentacles miss.
Not hit.
So it tries to strike you with an unarmed strike. That is going to be a 25.
Yeah.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Followed by a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Another 6 points of bludgeoning damage. So just like, it's like almost like punching you with almost martial art like strikes.
Damn.
Like, punch, but then it has these tentacles trying to grab you and wrap you up as well. And then we'll try and just rattle through this so we can finish this up. Xanthius.
Would you describe these as humanoids? For the purpose of hold person, that is?
I don't know how you would know that. You could make, I would say, I would allow you to make a bonus action check to see if you can determine what they are.
Do they got 2 leg?
That's unfortunately not how humanoid gets determined in this game.
they got-
There's a lot of things that have 2 legs, but they don't get determined by that.
Dog could be a humanoid
Stop talking about dog.
Could be.
because it's a human.
Sorry, was there a check to see?
I'd say you could do, as a bonus action, I would allow you an Arcana check to try and figure out these things.
That is Arcana. That is a 16.
16. You have a feeling these are not humanoids. They would probably count as aberrations.
Oh.
Given they're highly modified, there is very little of anything humanoid remaining.
Okay, hold person will not work. And I don't want to waste an or not waste, use another action, waiting for people to leave. I will just pop a real quick Scorching Ray on the one that is attacking Roro.
Yeah, sure.
Which is 3 attacks, 3 beams of fire. Here we go.
Run.
That is, 9.
Miss.
A 2.
23.
Hit.
A 3.
And the final one is an 18.
Hits. The last 2 hit.
Hell yes, that's 46 of fire damage.
There's no resistance or anything like that, so.
10 on the first one. 8 on the next one. 18.
Yum, yum, yum.
Fire damage.
You watch as Xanthia steps around the corner as this thing's, punching you, Rowan, trying to grab you, and these 2 the first one sails past its shoulder, but then the next 2 catch it in the chest, and with the psychic damage it took from earlier, this thing is incinerated and it burns to a crisp.
I told you to leave! Get out of here!
I can't! She's literally unable to go anywhere.
As this
Stop telling me to leave.
As this thing hits the ground, like the constructs, it begins to just turn into a pink amorphous goop that then sinks into the ground itself.
Lovely what happened to those last guys. I fucking love Angel Delight.
So good.
Hashtag ad for spot for Angel Delight.
No.
Xanthia, is there anything else on your turn?
No, that's I'm staying where I am.
Percival is going to keep whacking this guy.
Yeah,
stack it.
got a good hit last time.
It's always strawberry, banana, then chocolate.
18.
18 Scotch. Shut up. 18 hits.
Fine.
So that is 9, 10, 11, 12 slashing damage.
12
bring it next week.
Another big carve from Percival. This thing is now bloodied as he carves through it, leaving this thing kind of stumbling around, still trying to grab onto him and drain him of life, but unable to do anything as he's get away from Sister Ophelia, kind of knocking it away, trying to knock it aside. Then we go to Gruff.
Shillelagh, whack.
Shillelagh.
For fuck's
La.
7 plus 6 is
13.
13.
Fate it?
Yeah.
Can I fate it?
You can?
Can Father fate it? Let's
Yes.
go.
Sure.
Father Fate.
Plus 4.
17 just hits. Yeah. Well, hit just over. Hits.
10 points of damage, Gio.
That is enough as the shillelagh crushes this thing's skull. It too kind of almost caves inwards and then turns into this goop. Its armored skirt like disintegrating into fine particles as it all begins to seep into the ground. A few seconds later, Ophelia, you take another 5 points damage. It would be half to 2, but then you are released from this thing.
Oh, praise the Great Father, I'm out.
As you take that first step, almost involuntary, this magic item is going to activate. As you watch from the back of Sister Ophelia's neck, this skin-tight organic armor begins to like covers over her. In some places, like any looser clothing, it doesn't go over from that, but anything really close to your body, it does kind of overshape that as well. And then you get the sensation that if you wanted to, you can form a helm out of this as well. But it kind of leaves your neck it leaves your face exposed for now. If you've ever seen the comic Witchblade, it's kind of like it's like that, like all the Guyver kind of this like bio armor basically. As your AC is now as if you were wearing +1 half plate with your dex bonus, which I believe should be AC 19.
Jealous. Fuck. So jealous.
As you kind of said it. However, as the armor activates, you get the sensation that something is there. This is a relic suit of armor, and it does have a sentience to it.
Has Ophelia got 2 relics now?
Yeah.
She does.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It was a coin toss
I
between
should have
these two.
pushed harder. Yeah.
The other thing is very much like the other device. This cannot be willingly unattuned to. It must be forcibly removed using various methods. As
nice.
it's a
Hey, bro.
symbiotic magic item.
It's okay. If you want to, we can F8 it and reload.
It's not
Quick
how it
load.
works.
Scum save.
With that, that is where we will leave this session.
Cool.
Ophelia.
I can feel a presence in the back of my neck.
Oh, God.
Looks great though.
Oh, that's
It is like a dark black and grey colour, and maybe there's like gaps in it which show the red clothing through as well. So there's like tiny places where like there's these kind of small holes or like muscle fibre gaps and things like that in it. But it seems incredibly strong and flexible as you do so.
Good news. It suits you.
Oh. One other thing I forgot. As part of the downside to this item, to make it a bit maybe easier for Gruff, your maximum HP is, however, reduced by 8. Whilst you are attuned to this item. As you feel the armor almost feeding on you.
Wait.
Not like blood, but like
before.
life essence. It is fueled by you.
Great.
Don't need HP if you don't get hit.
True. Very true.
But we'll deal with that. You'll get a proper magic item next time, along with all the other ones you guys picked up. But that's going to be it for today's episode.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
The bottom floor, except the prison room at least.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We should go back and check out that toilet.
I think you should go back and see the family.
No.
I'm not going in there. You may as well just burn those minis now. We are never seeing those again.
I mean, this one is very cute.
Put it back. It's part of the family.
so cute.
With
Awful.
that, thank you very much, everybody. That's the end of today's episode. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.